Live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Guys, here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate that very much, and we do have a lovely, fun program planned out for you today. We'll find out what's happening with Deb's Woke News. We'll get an update on everything that happened in the Olympics this weekend. Jack's Olympic Update, Sports Today with Brandon Kravitz, and, of course, trivia, Ross thoughts, and your calls, your text, and, of course, opportunities for you to become part of the Summer of Stuff, which is TikTok. Just a couple weeks away until we find out who wins all that cool stuff courtesy of Code Black IT. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
How you doing, Jim?
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. You can find us on social medias, Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And we do stream on a number of platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and, of course, Facebook. Take us wherever you go using the iHeartRadio application. How was everybody's weekend? Everybody good?
Fabulous.
Everybody's here alive. I don't see any hangovers.
None.
No fights, no scratches, no broken arms. Everybody looks good. Jack's back is almost back to 100%.
95, baby.
All right, 95%.
Almost, that's an A. I'm giving it an A.
We'll take it. Peeing without pain's always good.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting up without pain, also great.
Except I've taken his place now.
Yeah, oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do?
I think I just slept.
Oh, you
And then
slept yourself into a back problem?
And then I woke up and went, oh, no, don't move that way.
Are you sure it's not a bed sore?
Oh, don't move that
Well, welcome to getting older. Where
Yeah.
sleeping can do it.
Exactly.
Hear that,
exactly.
Ross? You get, at our age, you get hurt sleeping.
God.
The thing you would normally think would be the exact opposite of that. It would actually make you feel better. Unfortunately,
Nope.
here, injuries may occur.
Sometimes I just wish like this whole thing ended at 60.
It just like that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, like that terrible movie.
Terrible movie.
Midsummer?
Oh, Midsummer, yeah.
Oh, man.
Was it bad?
Oh, Jesus.
You didn't like it?
I thought it was great, but I mean, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's bad though.
Buddy, you don't see that coming.
Okay.
And there's a part of that movie. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't.
Listen. Listen closely. If you watch Midsummer, do not watch it under the influence of anything hallucinogenic. I mean, just don't. But it is a very unique story. It's a horror movie, and there are a number of scenes in it. But one of the ideas in Midsummer is, you live to a certain age, and then you don't live anymore.
Oh.
And then they show you how they come to that conclusion.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that movie I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great.
Not many horror films are just in the middle of the day.
That's a good point.
It's uncomfortable. Like, it makes you uncomfortable. Like, I'm straight up. It makes you uncomfortable. Like,
Well-
you don't, at some point in this movie, you don't know how to feel.
Really?
You're just like, huh? What?
Yeah, it's funny that you said that don't be sober when you watch it, but I do find this funny is like, it's basically a drug. There are scenes in that film that are like, am I tripping balls right now?
It is really crazy, dude. But you got to check it out. It's called
okay.
Midsummer. And you may have flipped past it on Netflix. There are a lot of those movies that have that flip past. It's like a bottle of wine. If you don't like the label, you don't think it's going to taste good.
Exactly.
But this is one of those because the cover is just a girl in what looks to be like one of those like a crown of fig leaves, like a Nero or.
It sounds
What's
like
that called?
the maypole. It sounds like, that kind of
kind of a Greek kind of
pagan
headdress thing. Yeah.
dancing around the maypole.
Yeah. Oh, it's painfully interesting.
Yeah,
Check
I
it
don't
out.
know how anybody can watch that movie and go, that didn't feel anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're
Right.
Well, if they do, you're going to want to remember who they are.
Yeah.
Afterwards, you will feel the need to journal.
Yeah, if someone watched
you'll
that
want to
film,
write down some of your feelings at that point. Like, you don't know about yourself. You learn a little bit about yourself.
if that movie doesn't invoke an emotion out of you,
Right.
I'm convinced you kill people.
Right, yeah.
That's what you
Probably.
do.
All right, 407-916-1041. The last leg, Ross, the last leg of the We Come to You comedy tour was this past weekend in Leesburg, Florida. And what a show. I was out there for the program.
I was happy that you came
As
out.
was I.
And by the way, my late entry was not by design. I actually tried to plan as much time as possible as Jack smirks at the unbelievability of what I just said.
I remember you planning it, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh, there's a lot that could go wrong in that time.
I was right around the corner. We weren't far away. I mean, 15 minutes away. We did get them outdoor for dinner, but the place we went, you just simply don't want to rush that experience. It is such a wonderful
it's my favorite
restaurant, and the food was exceptionally good as always, but the environment there makes you never want to leave. Like when you get there, you're like, why wouldn't you just bring a suitcase and stay here? It does.
I'm 6 blocks down the road, you know.
Right. It looks like somewhere you'd go, like in Europe in the 50s, and you'd be like, oh yes, you can stay in the study, and you go upstairs and there's this wonderful, almost library-esque kind of room, and tables are set up, and that's where you eat. It's fantastic. But with that said, after that, went out to the show, but our dinner lasted like an hour and a half. We just didn't expect it to be that long, so I walked in like literally right before everybody started to go on, and caught the whole show. That was good.
Well, actually, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, it did. But I didn't get there to say hey to anybody or anything like that.
That's okay.
Kind of snuck it in the back and then kind of hauled ass afterwards.
Well, I'm happy that you guys came out. I really do mean that.
Hey, I put lipstick on for you, dude.
Okay, well, I don't know if it was for me, right?
Well, I mean, no.
Yeah,
you're right on that one. Let's move forward.
Yeah. But I thank you guys for also understanding going in the back row.
Oh yeah, no, you told us right off the bat once we started coming to see your shows that that's the only steadfast rule you have. You do not put people that you know in the front row.
Yeah, it just feels weird. It's a little. I feel like it's a little selfish because I don't want to take those spots from anybody who's really, really excited and haven't seen me do comedy before.
Yeah.
And also because if I know people in the front row, I've touched this stove too many times. I start doing like inside jokes just to make you guys laugh.
I got no problem with it. So you set us in the back of the room. We slid in, checked out the show. I mean, Joel got to go on and do his thing. Christoph destroyed. Great joke writer. Sabrina had a great set. You had an unbelievable set. I mean, it was a good night. Everybody had a good time. Everybody laughed the entire night.
I was very, very happy. There was some new tags that got thrown in there. They worked. So all in all, there will be more shows.
Yeah, right on. I did learn something about the people of Leesburg at this show, though.
Which is?
Yeah, they want you to know they're there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey!
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, we came out. It's like in the middle of a joke.
Exactly.
Hey, me and Chrissy came out. We loved the show, man. Like, okay, man, I'm like in the middle, like in the dead center of this show. I know, man. I just felt it was pretty important. You know that. And then, man, it was great. A couple of the people on the right-hand side of the room were just like talking. Hey, man, what you doing? You had a couple of people who were just super excited to be there. And, it only lasted for a few minutes. It was still kind of funny, but everybody had a good time, man. Everybody was laughing their asses off.
And that's the whole point.
They drank the place out of beer like 16 times.
Yeah, there's a lot of... Shout out to Leesburg because y'all can drink. The producer of the show, the guy who owns OrlandoComedy.com, was like, I got to help out. I got to go buy liquor.
Slinging drinks, man.
I got to go buy ice because they just drank the entire bar.
Yeah. Seriously, every time I walked out into the lobby, they were like, what do we have to run for now? It was great to see a line of people waiting to get in the venue. It seemed like every seat was filled. Everyone was so excited that you brought a show, to the Melon Patch in Leesburg, because for me, I thought Leesburg kind of ended at the Cracker Barrel there on 441.
Oh, no.
I didn't know there was a whole lot more Leesburg to get to.
I was telling these guys before the show, I thought Waze was taking me on a Hills Have Eyes kind of
well, that's not good.
Like I was like, next thing you know, I'm like turning into a neighborhood where there's like houses and stuff. I'm like, what is this? What's going on? I'm about to get mugged. At any moment, I expect a guy to step out with a hand rocket grenade and just like, throw your money out the door. You can move forward. And then we just appeared and there were just trucks everywhere around this little theater. It's like, what a killer little venue.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go inside and it's this great old school theater that sits probably about 200 people, maybe a little bit more. It was perfectly quaint. It had a perfect lobby for gathering and grabbing a drink or something before you went in. Very simple, very community. It was great, man. It was a really cool little venue. They did a good job.
They did great. It's really, I think, one of the best parts about these shows and what my number one draft overall pick with doing these venues is that I want them I want them to A, be a theater, and B, really appreciate if a lot of people come out. And that's exactly what they did. They were unbelievably thankful over at the Melon Patch Theater of going, we haven't seen one of these in a very long time.
Big News Junkie fans, of course, when they announced Sabrina was going to be out there, they blew up. And, of course, she had a massive crowd out front signing autographs and stuff. We split out right before that. Didn't get to say bye, but that's your gig. So, I know that afterwards you guys are kind of weird about what happens afterwards, so I just kind of took off.
Well, no, I was happy that you even came out, but I would have felt bad if you got, hung up, if all of a sudden everybody started talking to you guys and being like, I that's just a little, now all of a sudden your date night becomes a little.
No, I don't care.
Oh, no, it worked out great.
I mean, we knew going out there. Here's the thing.
We were in our car and I was out back before,
This is the first thing of a tour. You and I worked behind the scenes, and you took the reins and ran with it. It was like, hey, you should do this. You should do this. And the next thing you know, you announced the dates. I was like very proud of you. So I love the idea that you basically just kind of snatched this up and went with it. And I know that everybody will be looking forward to the next leg.
Yeah, no, that show sold out. The Ocala show, it was like 10 or 15 seats from selling out. Good. So there will be more comedy coming to your town.
Loving it, buddy. Plus a couple other things happening today. Today is MTV's 40th birthday. On this day in 1981, MTV unveiled, and I saw that this morning, and I sent Jack and Ross over a list. We have a list up right now. If you're part of the MTV generation, and it was life. I mean, it was life if you were our age. When it came on, you didn't move from TV. Cable had just really been introduced not long before that.
Correct.
So we were like, it was a new world. Crystal clear TV, multiple choices, and then, of course, unloaded our music generation with visuals onto us. It was a very special moment back there in 1981. We actually have the very first 100 videos up that they posted. We have that up at Jim Colbert Live right now, right?
Yes, we do. It's this really cool YouTube playlist that you can either skip forwards or backwards. And I was going down those videos going like, all of these still work, man.
I was sitting there with my best friends watching as it came on the air for the first time.
Some of those most iconic songs and videos, and the songs we'll be hearing for our rejoins throughout the day.
Very cool. Also, robot police dogs. Yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about, plus a relationship
They're
contract.
probably easy if you have to give them medicine, though.
No, you don't have to give these medicines. They don't scratch your arms off. You'll be fine, Jack, I promise. What's coming up for News Deb?
Well, be glad you're not traveling today because we've got Spirit Airlines passengers stranded at Orlando International Airport and so many others.
Hey, we just picked up a few hundred potential new listeners.
Yes, we did, and we're going to keep you entertained until you get that next flight home in the next week or so.
Don't say that.
No, dude, it's
gross. Huh?
It's gross what they're putting these people through. It's unbelievable. This is something dozens of Northern California towns are running dry.
Yeah.
I know
that.
a guy.
Yeah.
And then finally, ESPN 8. The Ocho returns Friday, and we're going to give you just a sampling of their programming coming up on Friday. So we'll cover that and so much more coming up during Woke News.
It sounds like that's it. You could either do a game, Olympic event, or something on the Ocho.
There you go.
All right,
there you go.
407-916-1041. Deb's News back right after this.
Sure, the long-term effects of smart speaker usage are completely unknown. But when has that stopped you from doing anything? So tell it to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio and enjoy.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Stop-and-go traffic this afternoon, eastbound on I-4 coming in from U.S. Highway 27 in Polk County to the Osceola-Polk Line Road area. It's also slow between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Westbound busy between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. And we're in pretty good shape right now so far on the Beach Line, the 408, and the Turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, 2 pocket paper folders are just 15 cents. And comp books, 24-pack Crayola crayons, and 8-pack of Pep Rally No. 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Ends 8/7 limit 30 pocket folder offer in-store only. Staples.
Do you have a bathroom in your house you're absolutely embarrassed of? Matter of fact, embarrassed of it so much it actually keeps you from having family events at your home. It's that guest bathroom. It's out of date. It stinks. It doesn't look good. And really brings down the feel and vibe of your entire home. You've taken the time to get everything else perfect. Your lawn looks good. All the paint inside looks good. You have the perfect furniture. It's just this bathroom because you've heard so many nightmare stories about what it's like to replace one of those things, dealing with contractors, constantly getting price increases, it taking forever. That's why you need Rebath in your life. Rebath Mid-Florida gets sort of all of that. They only do their jobs in like 4 or 5 days max time. They do it with their same employees. That means no subcontractors coming in and out of your house with different faces every day. Even better, when it's all said and done, lifetime guarantee on the products and the installation. These products are amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, cut perfectly for your home. No grout lines. And they handle everything. Toilet, tubs, tile, lighting, cabinetry. It's all there with names you've known forever. These are quality bathrooms installed by a company that's been doing this forever. The owner's a great guy. You'll love doing business with these guys. Drop by their showroom, Rebath Mid-Florida, right up there off 436 in Altamont, or hop online. Look at the before and afters and then make your appointment. Your new bathroom is at Visit Away. It's RebathMidFLA.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by the Original Mattress Factory.
Spectrum Business called their competitors to see if any of them could beat Spectrum's Business Internet Plus phone offer for $69.98 per month with no added phone taxes or fees. Here are real quotes from the competition.
How are they pulling in no fees and taxes? That's madness.
I would 100% go with Spectrum.
Even the competition recommends Spectrum Business. Call 855-339-5344 and switch to Spectrum Business today.
Competitor quotes from actual phone conversations. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Let radio advertising keep your business top of mind with customers all summer long. Visit iHeartAdBuilder.com to get your business on the radio quickly and easily. You can even make your own radio ad. Just answer a few questions and we'll do the rest. Sign up today at iHeartAdBuilder.com.
It's happening now. International Diamond Center Spectacular Summer of Savings Event. Your best jewelry buying opportunity of 2021. Now for a limited time, you get IDC's incredible value price, plus 3 years zero interest financing. And IDC will even cover your first 2 payments. And everything's included. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, colored gemstones, Swiss timepieces, even GIA and Forever Mark diamonds. This is truly a spectacular opportunity from the area's premier jeweler. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond stud earrings or anniversary band? With zero interest, your payment just $84 a month. And your first 2 payments are on us. Or if you prefer, take an incredible 25% off any wedding band purchase. Our best wedding band offer ever. International Diamond Center Summer of Savings Event. Our best price guarantee. 36 months zero interest financing and 2 payments on us. Now for a limited time. Only at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
Right from the start, we've always been on the go. And once we got going, we never slowed down. So for the past 100 years at Pep Boys, we've kept our promise to keep you moving. And we plan on keeping it for at least 100 more. Pep Boys, we go further to help you go farther. Now through August 31st at Pep Boys, get free installation instantly on a set of 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires. See pepboys.com for complete details.
Wow, I've got a whole 5 minutes before my next call. What should I do? Grab a snack? Nah. Text with mom? That's more than a 5-minute proposition. I have been looking at getting a new bank account. Is that even possible?
Can't believe you have extra time? You won't believe what you can do with it. Open a Regions checking account online in as little as 5 minutes. Then enjoy award-winning service and banking tools and tech that help you live in the moment. Learn more at regions.com/live in the moment. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. What was it? They go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state, based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Napa know-how. Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is just $18.99. It keeps your engine from breaking down without breaking the bank. Yep, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic for $18.99 is not just a great deal. It's the break you've been waiting for. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How.
At participating locations does not include state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Advertised sales price may not be available in some states. Offer ends 8/31/21.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we help our members execute missions every day, like Operation...
Earn cash back on tutus, dance lessons, and tiaras, so I can get a little more towards something for me.
Or Operation...
Pay for soccer, pay for piano, pay for dinner. Then use the cash back on something for mama.
The Cash Rewards card from Navy Federal gives you 1.5% cash back on purchases and has your back with fraud protection. Apply now. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members of the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Insured by NCUA.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line is back and sailing this summer. Kick back in the Caribbean or take in the stunning sights in Europe. And with our robust health and safety program, you can cruise confidently. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, free airfare, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
Ships Registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Happy birthday to the rebel that started a revolution, that changed music, changed fashion, changed the world. MTV. Download the free iHeartRadio app and celebrate MTV at 40. Podcast with the pioneers of music television, sharing never-before-told stories. MTV at 40 playlist with the biggest songs from the year MTV debuted and the iconic MTV Unplugged playlist, along with the return of MTV's Behind the Music.
Oh, man, thank you, MTV.
MTV at 40. Available now on the free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
What's that? My mullet is growing. What's happening? I'm losing weight. Whoa, denim vest. Oh my God. Cure button. Even my shoes are denim. Jelly bracelets are appearing around my neck.
It's art that we're playing this song on the radio.
Oh, no, it's a travesty.
407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. If you don't know, 40th year anniversary of MTV. Somebody said August 1st. It's actually August 1st, 2nd. I said today, I saw today that it went on the air like at midnight August 1st, which I thought was August 2nd. So I think everybody collectively agrees this is the day we're going to celebrate it. Yeah. And today is the 40th anniversary of MTV appearing.
Tell that Karen we weren't on the air yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there you go, asshat.
Kiss a bunch of asses.
Oh, my name was Steve, actually.
If you go to JimColbertLive.com, we have the first 100 videos they played in succession as a playlist. It's a YouTube channel. You can click right on it and relive your childhood if you were around when MTV appeared. And apparently our texting service, which just melted during the break, people are like flashing back like crazy, quantum leaping this Thursday or Monday afternoon. All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I am Jim. Jack and Ross are right over there. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. I don't need to tell you that. Chances are you heard him Saturday when he's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Mm-hmm. Probably a lot of folks sitting over at Orlando International Airport probably had a chance to listen too, because hundreds of travelers showed up at OIA early today expecting to fly out on a Florida-based Spirit airplane only to be stuck during hundreds of cancellations nationwide.
Almighty. Oh, my God almighty.
Now, a staffing shortage.
I'm just glad we're not the vacation destination of the planet. And that most of those people were probably just here for a real estate convention or something, not with their entire family on vacation, just exhausting every dime they had to enjoy themselves here in Central Florida.
Well, keep in mind, again, this was nationwide, and this also happened to be on a record-breaking weekend for the TSA. They screened over 2.2 million travelers as the summer travel season is in full swing after, everyone having delayed vacation plans for last year. So...
The timing is rich.
It really
Regardless of what airlines, everyone's flying Delta.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's flying Delta. Well, a staffing shortage could be affecting dozens of those passengers. Now, Spirit Airlines canceled dozens of flights yesterday at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, Orlando International Airport, and some passengers said they heard that pilots and flight attendants were on strike. Now, Spirit and the Airline Pilots Association both deny there's a strike, and Spirit blames the cancellations on weather and on what it calls operational challenges.
Okay.
Yeah,
editor
running an airline without staff.
Right, that sounds a lot like an employee shortage.
Yeah, it does. An editor for airliners.net tells the Sun Sentinel his sources tell him there aren't enough people to load and unload the planes. Well, then don't book the flights.
Right.
According to tracking service FlightAware.com, 227 Spirit flights were canceled just today.
Goodness.
And 58 flights were delayed. Now, Click Orlando reports some people had to wait 12 hours before they could speak to a Spirit employee.
Okay.
I'm talking 12 hours just to get to customer service. That's not like getting your flight.
But isn't that normal for Spirit?
Others reported being at the airport for 24 hours. Speaking of travel.
By the way, those rooms there are not cheap.
they're
if
not.
you ever sign into a room, that's not an automatic. I mean, even if they're available.
If they're available.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of hotels around that area they could probably ship you out to. But, I mean, if they're not taking phone calls, chances are they're not emailing you your confirmation at the hotel up the street.
And you have to think as well, I mean, if the hotels were busy anyway.
They're already slammed.
They're already slammed. They may not have any room within miles of the airport.
All the parks are packed. I mean, you can't get a rental car anywhere.
Oh,
I mean,
nowhere.
Look, man, it's
crazy.
It's crazy.
It is. It's crazy. And speaking of crazy and travel insurance is now required for unvaccinated Carnival and Royal Caribbean cruise passengers sailing out of Florida. CruiseCritic.com's Colleen McDaniel says the policies must cover unvaccinated guests over the age of 12 with at least $25,000 per person in medical expense coverage and $50,000 per person for quarantine and medical evacuation coverage.
Oh, man. They have to come get you with a chopper?
No, the cruises.
That's pretty cheap, right?
Absolutely. Can you think of anything cheaper on a cruise?
To fly a chopper from
Medevac?
Miami, let's say out to the Bahamas and bring you back, that's probably pretty cheap. What's that, like $80?
Yeah, can I get the helicopter package?
Uber?
Uber. Now, the cruises can't ask passengers if they're vaccinated because Florida has a vaccine passport ban. So this will apply to anyone not willing to share their shot status. I have a feeling a lot of folks are going to come on board with the I'm vaccinated T-shirts and baseball caps, anything to not have to pay that travel insurance.
Sure. By the way, somebody just texted and said it's ridiculous here at the airport. My office is under the United Spirit Hub, and they have no people to do the manual labor. So I guess that's like getting baggage on and off, refueling, mechanics, all the logistics, cleaning, loading, like meal. Do they do meals on Spirit? Or do they just throw jelly beans at you from the front and you catch them like a seal? That's what the call switch saying when you push that button. They just throw you a smelt.
I mean, you could save money on Spirit, but you will lose integrity.
No, get out of here. I flew just the other day. It was fine. We barely crashed.
Yeah.
Well, as Jack had alluded to, unfortunately, these days we're all flying with Delta. Mm-hmm. And thanks to that, because of the Delta variant surging and that surge continues, more than 10,000 people are now hospitalized for the virus across Florida. That's another record breaker. And it's, again, a record since the start of the pandemic. Dr. Neil Finkler with Advent Health expects things are going to get worse before they get better, so much so that starting today, all visits with COVID patients at Advent Health's hospitals in 7 Central Florida counties will be done virtually.
Yep.
All other patients will be allowed 1 visitor at a time. Although if you know someone who's in obstetrics or pediatrics, word is that they're allowed to have 2 visitors. But before you make the trip to the hospital for visitation hours, it might be worth it just to call and check and see what their updated visitation policy is, because just like at the beginning of the pandemic, news is changing almost with the moment.
Right.
We know Publix has gone back to face masks. We know Walmart has gone back to face masks.
It's just a matter of time before most of the retailers do.
And now Target has just announced that starting tomorrow, employees in high areas of transmissibility of the Delta variant will be required to wear masks as well.
I was in Target yesterday, and I noticed they didn't, and I have, it's just a matter of time. And my daughter works there. I go, have they said anything yet? She said, not yet, and today they
did, yeah.
Depending on where you are, a lot of people were doing it on their own. They were just kind of self-policing, and if they didn't feel comfortable, they were wearing their mask. Speaking of which, on that front of visiting people in hospitals and stuff, now I kind of have to figure out how to get my mom like an iPad or a laptop up there so that she can kind of figure out how to use it so we can FaceTime, because to drive an hour and 40 minutes to sit with my mom for 15 minutes is unreasonable, but there are options, and they do have internet on property, and it's good enough to do FaceTime or something like that. So that's what we're going to have to start doing. So I've got to take her an iPad up here soon so that I can see her, because she's going to be in this property for at least another 8 weeks. And
give her yours.
And there's no visitation. That's what I'm going to do.
Good. Now you have a reason to go buy a new one.
I've got two.
Yeah, dog.
I got the first generation iPad. It still works.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought it from Daniel Dennis back in 2009 or 2010 or whatever. Still works like a charm. It's the one I use when I broadcast from home. That's exactly what I use to do the Zoom.
So if you're wondering why we lose Jimmy's picture at about 6:30 every time he's broadcasting from home, it's because the battery died.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew it.
It runs on DC power.
Orange County, as most counties, cities, municipalities all over the country, bracing for what one housing advocate expects will be a dramatic increase in rental assistance requests. The federal eviction moratorium expired this weekend. Lots of finagling going on in D.C., but still no last-minute answers. The Legal Aid Society of the Orange County Bar Association, folks want to remember that name again, Legal Aid Society of the Orange County Bar Association. That's a great way to get free legal help, is preparing to help those affected from being tossed from their homes. Jay Mobley is the organization's senior housing and consumer attorney, and he says that he's seen homelessness affect seniors, singles, entire households. He tells Spectrum News 13 it's just sad across the board, and it's and it'll be interesting to see just how bad it gets.
Today was the byline, and one of the stories I read was today is the first day that people will start missing mortgages and rent.
Yep.
Because obviously today being the first being already passed, that this will be the first day that they think that that they don't or aren't able to pay rent or mortgage.
And also another interesting headline I'd seen in the last couple of days, and something that Jack had reiterated when he sends that COVID research email, is that 38% of Americans who received child tax credits are using them for basic supplies like housing, food, electricity. They're not even thinking about putting that money aside for their child's education, because right now they need it just for basic necessities.
Right. Sure, yeah.
All right. Cat owners are living their best life in Orlando. At least that's according to a recent report from Lawn Starter, which compiled a list of the best cities for cat lovers. Orlando took first place in the rankings.
Did it really?
Based on factors like vet access, the cost of cat sitting, and cat-friendly rental properties.
Is it surprising that Orlando leads the nation in cat-friendly?
The city also claimed the top spot when it comes to housing and accommodations, boarding establishments, cat sitters, and even cat cafes.
That's amazing. Didn't even know there was one cat cafe in Orlando.
I mean, I remember over a year ago we interviewed the Orlando Kitty.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
The Kitty Beautiful. Mm-hmm. It was some cat pun.
Yeah, the Kitty Beautiful is a very good one.
It is. I remember when we did that too, Ross.
Yeah.
All right, Ross, this is a little story for you. Cryptocurrency, I know, is a subject near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, feed me.
And his wallet.
The city of Miami, I don't know if you've heard, but they're getting into the cryptocurrency biz, announcing it will soon debut Miami Coin.
Oh, God.
It's the first city coin to market.
Is it in a bag?
According to the City Coin website, the new Miami-based digital currency announcement comes on the heels of the city hosting the largest cryptocurrency conference about 2 months ago. That was the one that former skateboarding legend Tony Hawk was there. Mayor Francis Suarez says the city stands to earn millions off of Miami Coin, as Miami has become the, quote, Bitcoin capital of the world, at least as he puts it.
And to mine it, all you need is a boat and a hook.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah. And I also hear that the only way to tell if it's real is if you rub the coin on your gums.
Mm-hmm. And then that's when you know, like, oh man, this cryptocurrency's got my mouth feeling numb.
Like I can't feel my face, right, with this currency.
So, out west.
But how much is a kilo of that currency?
I don't know, but it's usually about 60 a gram.
All right, cool.
A coin.
Out west, dozens of towns in Northern California are running out of water. Officials declared back in May that at least 81 public water systems serving more than 130,000 people were, quote, likely to have critical water supply issues by the end of August, end quote. The head of the Drinking Water Division says it's going to be difficult for some systems to survive, especially smaller towns that rely on just a well or two. And this water mitigation plan that these southwestern states have worked out, you know, the top tier states that will be the last ones to be denied water is basically Southern California, that entire agricultural basin. Yep. Smaller towns and even some fairly large cities in Arizona they're like that second tier. And then New Mexico, it's this whole water sharing deal that they have. And they're having to really get down to the nitty gritty. So much so that there is a town in Utah that's just shut off any new development simply because they don't have enough water to go around. Even larger towns, though, with reservoirs and water departments are in trouble. Potential solutions include drilling emergency wells, building desalination systems, or bringing in water by truck or train. And then on the other side of the country, I wanted to do this story because this is for our Hoboken. Have you heard about the wave of tornadoes touching down in the Garden State?
No, in Jersey?
Jersey, dude.
No.
Jersey. The wave of tornadoes touching down in New Jersey last week isn't going unnoticed. Officials say it was the second biggest tornado outbreak in the Garden State in the past 71 years.
Damn.
Even God's like, we got to take care of this place.
2 twisters touched down in Ocean County, 2 in Mercer County, 1 in Essex County. The most tornadoes in a single day in New Jersey happened in 1989.
Wow.
When 7 tornadoes touched down.
That's when I left.
That last
and I'm going back this month.
Wow.
Think there's a connection?
That last one, what was that last one called? The one in Essex?
In Essex County.
Essex County. Yeah, it's right by me.
I heard that one got robbed.
And then finally, August is here, and that means the return of ESPN 8, the Ocho. It returns Friday as ESPN2 is transformed into the network named after a reference from the movie Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Yeah, still holds up, by the way.
The Sports Network says
the movie or
the
ESPN.
Oh no,
playoff
Dodgeball,
of
the
it.
movie still holds up. Yeah.
Well, the Sports Network says the Ocho will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern, going live from the American Cornhole League World Championships in South Carolina.
Wait, the Ocho is going live at 9 p.m.?
At 9 p.m. for the
great.
American Cornhole League World Championships.
I guess it's 8 Central.
South Carolina. Meantime, there are plenty of new events this year. They include the U.S. Air Guitar and Mullet Championships.
Hell yes.
Minecraft Battle of the Burrows and Pogo Palooza, which is being called the World Championship of Extreme Pogo.
Very nice. You know, they used to have lawnmower races where dudes would like jack these lawnmower engines up. They would have like 150 horsepower hauling ass, like basically drifting a lawnmower. It was great.
Way to lean into a movie reference.
Yeah,
I know. But tell me you're not going to watch the Air Guitar and Mullet Championships.
We've had that before.
Now, is that the same competition? Like, do they get judged on mullets and air guitar? Or
I really don't know because I've already seen the winner in Umatilla this week, and I saw not one but 2 gentlemen with American flags cut right into the side of their mullets.
Gold medalists, those 2.
I think if you have a bigger mullet, you're gonna be better at air guitar.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily relate every single time, though. How about you not be so arrogant about it?
No, I just think one feeds off the other.
Feels very judgy.
I'm rooting for whatever mullet guy with the air guitar. Anything about airbase? Nothing with airbase. People always sleep on airbase, and I'm tired of it.
Ross, you would win that.
His name's Philip or Brad, I can guarantee you.
And now you all are officially woke. And woke news again brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Maybe while driving around town this weekend, you happen to see the home of your dreams and you want to know if you can qualify. Well, it's as easy as visiting homeloansradio.com. While you're there, click apply now, and that's it. Get pre-approved today. But with that pre-approval, you'll get a plan, and you'll also get the opportunity to work with someone you can trust and who knows what the mortgage business is doing in your own backyard. That someone is Don. Find out for yourself. homeloansradio.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. We got a mystery package today in the mail. I did. It says to Jim Colbert. It says from the person. It's sealed in styrofoam and it's cold.
Oh, it's a head.
And I don't know what
who's
going
to open it.
I'm leaving the building.
I'm telling you, I don't know
Not
what
even
we're
gonna
going
be
to do
here.
with it, but it's over there on the table. And I went to open it. I'm like, well, that's dumb. I mean, I guess if I could just open it up and the next thing you know, I'm blown in half.
Well, seriously, let's get Mikey. He'll open anything.
I'll get somebody to do it.
Look who's walking down the... Hey, Larry.
Wait, Larry's here.
Larry's here.
Larry, you want to open up something?
Larry's basically our Tim Allen home improvement neighbor.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry, would you open that package that came to me like just randomly? It's packed in in a cooler. I'll tell you what, if it's food, if it's any kind of food, ice cream, whatever, I'll give you at least some of it. Will you do it?
Yes.
All right, Larry.
Such a sucker.
All right, Larry's going to open this thing up. That's certainly going to blow him in half next.
In case you're not watching already, you can find us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook Live,
Right, yeah.
and you can see what's in the package.
Yeah, you're going to want to watch that.
We'll do that next.
Real Radio. Real Radio 104.1.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Kristen Giannis here with your forecast. Another hot day ahead. Solid low 90s. We're going to make it to 92 in Orlando with the heat index around 102. Winds out of the west-southwest at about 10 miles per hour. Showers and thunderstorms developing mainly after 2 p.m. We'll keep the coverage at 60%. Tonight dropping down to 76 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Hope you're having a great day. In the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist Kristen Giannis.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic with delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy smoothies, milkshakes, and sundaes. They're crafted to crave at Wawa.
Lies. When I think about custom fences from Mossy Oak Fence, I think about high quality. That's right. The skilled craftsmen at Mossy Oak Fence only use the very best materials, high quality that's backed by the best warranty in the business. And guys, I also think about sensibility because here's the cool thing. Mossy Oak Fence offers affordable payment plans, but I really think about safety and security because that's what these guys are all about. Your family safety and security is Mossy Oak's #1 priority. So look, if you're thinking about a new fence, you got to at least think Mossy Oak Fences. Visit mossyoakfences.com, and as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
At Walgreens, we're committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
Team USA is ready for the Olympic Games. And so is Jacob.
Whoa! I've got my lucky shirt and Xfinity Flex.
Ooh, yeah. Jacob's family got Xfinity Internet with Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig and a Flex 4K streaming box free, plus Peacock Premium included. So Jacob is ready for anything.
Go Team USA!
With the best of the Olympics and top streaming apps, it's all of Jacob's favorites in one place. Entertainment starts at free with Flex, included with Xfinity Internet.
Get started with Xfinity Internet for only $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. And get a Flex 4K streaming box free. Plus, ask about Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig. Offer ends August 8th, so go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig speed Wi-Fi requires gigabit internet and compatible X5 gateway. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Peacock subscription required.
Xfinity, proud partner of Team USA.
Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
Going to the beach.
going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
Binging season 3 of that show.
binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy milkshakes, smoothies, and sundaes are here. Crafted to crave at Wawa. For dinner made fresh, delicious, and just for you, Wawa's got you covered with fresh baked pasta and delicious burgers every day starting at 4 p.m. Choose pasta options like penne and meatballs, fettuccine alfredo, or create your own pasta bowl. Or enjoy the burger you crave, made with your choice of cheese and toppings on a brioche bun. Even better with a side of fries. There's a dinner option for every craving, every day starting at 4 p.m. Enjoy dinner your way at Wawa.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hold on. You want me to tell them about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in just 30 seconds? This is impossible. Hey, I'm Billy from Twisted Tea. How can I explain that first sip of cold, smooth, real brewed tea? So good! And the extra kick you get from just the right amount of alcohol? The twist of lemon, Wait, what? We're almost out of time? Oh, shit. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track. Daytona, a last chance to keep playoff hopes alive. It's time to bring your friends and family to watch the drama unfold up close and in person. NASCAR comes to Daytona International Speedway August 27th and 28th. Tickets start at just $49. Get yours at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Klausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com.
The good news? You can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Real Radio 104.1. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for joining us on this steamy Monday afternoon in Central Florida, the dead center of the dog days of summer.
Oh, my goodness.
It is brutal out there for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is here along with Jack and Ross. Before we left last segment, by the way, we were talking about this mystery package that I got. I came in today, and one of the engineers looked at me and said, hey, man, there's a package for you on your chair. And, the company's been doing some downsizing, so they've been giving some random equipment away that's like, they either have doubles. So I've been like, snatching up some stuff to build some stuff for my studio, which has been great. So I thought he meant it was like something like that. So I come over, what are you doing? What are you doing? Not yet. No. You don't get to do that while I'm not ducking behind my laptop.
You promised him food, man.
I'm not going to take the top off.
Larry is here with us. Larry works across the hallway. You'll remember Larry from a few months ago. He came in and hang out. And
he's our news director.
And Ross can cue him with some jazz.
Skibba-da-dubba-da-boop. Hey, you, yeah.
See, so...
Awesome.
He doesn't. It's involuntary. He doesn't have any. There's no defense against it.
No, exactly.
So whenever Ross hits him with some scatty, Ross, it doesn't matter what he's doing.
No.
Larry has to stop and give him a little skiddy.
We have bonded ever since I have arrived here at iHeart, and that's my guy right there.
So what happened was I got this, and it's basically a styrofoam cooler that's been sealed up with priority mail tape. It does have the name of somebody on the top of it, but it's coming from a P.O. box in Umatilla, Florida.
Oh, boy.
Like, I don't know what this is. I was not expecting a package. I do not know what's in that box.
My money is it's the head of Alfredo Garcia.
But we do know it is packed in dry ice because you can actually feel how cold it is through the box. So, Larry, what I think it is some kind listener is probably sending us a product that they want to us to try or something, maybe some ice cream or something like that.
Or some meat.
Right. It also, just so you know.
Well, like I said, Alfredo Garcia.
Right. And just so you know, I am willing to give you some of this, but I don't know that that's not a nail bomb. I'm just being dead honest with you. We have not vetted this. We didn't wand it. We don't know what's in there. But I'm going to give you that razor. I want you to cut that open. And by the way, if you want to check this out, you can check us out on YouTube, Twitch, or the Facebook feed. Larry is on with us right now. Larry,
hello, Larry.
Larry, don't make a game show face, Larry.
I'm just, it's good that people like me that are expendable around here
Yeah.
can come in and help you guys out.
I promise you that I'm not doing this. All right,
Someone get me Alan McBride's phone number.
All right, so open this up.
Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Cut it open for us.
All right.
Anybody want to take a guess on what's in there that Debbie sent us from Umatilla? I won't say her last name yet.
Yeah, I think it's an animal head.
You think it is?
Yeah.
Maybe a foot. Maybe they want us to solve a crime.
One more corner.
Oh, this is exciting.
I'm kind of joking about not knowing what's in there. So, Larry, if you could, just go ahead and pop the top up.
Oh!
All right.
And that was fast, buddy.
It was.
A little bit too fast.
It's cylinders. What is that?
What do you got? What do you got? What's inside?
What's inside?
Ooh,
It's jams and jellies.
Blackberry jam.
This is the jam lady. Remember the lady who called up and she said she made jam and we said you need to send us some?
That's right.
And a bunch of jars.
Yeah.
Why do you sound disappointed it wasn't a nail bomb, Jimmy?
Well,
because Larry survived. Now we have to give him some.
That's exactly right. Larry's going to want to get paid now.
Mixed blessing.
But Larry, with your age, maybe you'll forget this ever happened in 10 minutes. Maybe I could just been in black.
Ross, Ross, you're just sitting there. Come on.
Well, you look younger than Jim, so there you go.
Whoa,
yeah,
dude.
What? I'm fighting fire.
Is that smart?
Yeah, I think it is. I gotta protect my guy.
It may not be smart, but he's honest.
The dumb part's like, who's your guy?
You guys look like twin.
We
brothers.
do not. Larry has way more hair than me. Larry does actually probably could come off as younger than me. What flavors we have there, Larry?
We got cherry preserve.
Cherry preserves, nice.
Peach preserves. We got everything. Blackberry jam.
Does one just say boom?
Boom preserves. Blackberry jam.
All right,
blackberry.
I tell you what, since you
peach.
opened it up,
look how excited he got.
The peach, really, the peach is.
We got a lot of blackberry.
Do you want the peach?
Cherry.
Ooh, it's a big day for Larry Spillman.
Oh, man. I don't know which I want. I love them all.
How many total jars are there, Larry? Because, I mean, there's 4 of us.
5.
Are there
8?
There's 8
There's
of them?
8.
That's
We can
like,
get
that's
2 apiece.
2 for each of us. But, I mean, that's...
Did you see his? Do that math real quick. That's 2 apiece, Jim. That's 2 apiece.
Well, we have to figure out who wants what jam. Which 2 would you want? Did you want peach and blackberry or cherry?
I love blackberry. I'm gonna
do the. Okay, you can take a blackberry, and then what else do you want?
I
love peach.
Okay, so you
peach and blackberry.
You take a blackberry and a peach.
Someone send him an eggplant.
Okay, and you take those 2, and that is your fee for opening the box.
That's your booty.
And
They're
taking
too
the
good
brunt,
to me.
taking the brunt of the grenade, as it were.
Give him a little scat, Ross.
Whoa, yeah.
This is why you live on. Larry, you do not know how our texting service is going to light up after this appearance.
Is that the first actual food you've had in 3 months? Wasn't a chicken nugget from Dollar General?
Larry, you're talking that I heart language, boy.
You're laughing because it's true?
Exactly.
Where did that come from?
All right.
No,
Well, Larry, thank you as always.
Larry, put your face in the camera. Show everyone how pretty you are.
What a bounty. A bounty of jam.
Hey.
All right, very good.
It's a bounty of
Thanks,
jam.
He's available, ladies.
Debbie Smith, we appreciate that. You out there in Umatilla. Thanks for sending this these wonderful jams. We do appreciate it. Like Larry said, it's a bounty of jams.
It is.
A bounty of jam.
Are you drunk? I love you.
With Jim and Deb.
We got to do a.
Now what?
Can we do it? Can we do a dating profile for Larry?
He actually just looked at me and said, "Now what?
Can I leave?"
Yes, take your stupid jams and go, sir. All right, buddy. Thanks as always. We appreciate it.
Yay!
Stone Cold Killer. Stone Cold Killer. All right. 407-916-1041. Jack's Olympic update. We'll cover what happened over the weekend next. Larry, get out of here with you. Larry's absconding with the jams.
He's jamming.
All right.
Oh, good one.
We got to find out with some dating service stuff on Debbie Smith because he may have just found his woman of his dreams. Holy man, oh God, oh my, that guy kills me. The greatest. All right, back in a sec with Jack's Olympic update.
Your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival is minutes away on Real Radio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest, buy from the best, goldsmithjewelry.com.
Delays continue on I-4 this afternoon. Eastbound travel is solid between US Highway 27 and Polk County to past Osceola Polk Line Road, and it's also busy between Osceola Parkway to State Road 535, as well as between Conroy Road and OBT. Westbound stop and go between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by WaltDisneyWorld.job.
Be a part of the magic. Walt Disney World Resort is offering a hiring bonus of $1,000 for housekeeping and select culinary roles. Receive weekly pay, tuition assistance, and childcare support. Visit WaltDisneyWorld.jobs to apply. That's WaltDisneyWorld.jobs.
Hey, business owners, are you feeling boxed in by the pressures of running your business, remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent, and the list goes on and on? Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30 years of HR experience to work offering your employees competitive benefit options while lightening your HR load. That way your employees and your business are set up for success. And with Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Full service HR, employee benefits, HR technology. It's Insperity. That's HR that makes a difference.
Live music is back at our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Listen every weekday to win your way to this ultimate once-in-a-lifetime experience and win $1,000.
Your chance to text in and win happens at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. each weekday on Real Radio 104.1.
The summer of can is here, and since we finally can, let's make it a premium summer. Fancy sausage at the barbecue, a full theater for camping, a fully gold bathing suit at the pool. Because Heineken is made with premium malt and their famous A yeast. So go premium with the crisp, ice-cold can of Heineken. Pick up a pack or get it delivered and put the can back into summer. That can be your six-pack. Must be 21 or over to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
Find out just how much you can save on your monthly mortgage payments at rpfunding.com. I'm Robert Palmer, and I want to help you save thousands by refinancing your home loan and letting me pay your closing costs. Rates this low can't last forever, so lock in today. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
At 7-Eleven, there's over 3,000 ways to brew your very own cup of hot or iced coffee. And with 7 Rewards, you can get any size coffee for $1. If you want to try something new every day, it'll only take 8 years. 7-Eleven. Take it to 11. Expires 8/24/21. $1 plus tax where applicable at select stores. See app for terms.
Do you need your contractor's license? In 4 short weekends with Camtech School of Construction, you'll be ready to ace the state exam. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. Join us for a free info seminar this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Holiday Inn Universal. CamtechSchool.com.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. You know how I feel about craft beers, and one of the best spots to go get you some is Tampa Bay. Why don't you plan a trip out to Tampa Bay? And while you're out there, sign up for Bay Crafted Pass. With the Bay Crafted Pass, you can earn yourself a pint glass, a t-shirt. All you have to do is go to baycrafted.com. You sign up there, put your information there, and you can earn yourself a pint glass or a t-shirt. While you're in Tampa Bay, make sure you visit Cigar City. Make sure you visit Motorworks. Tampa Bay, best concentration of craft breweries in Central Florida, and it's brought to you by Bay Crafted, baycrafted.com. Sign up now.
When emails are answered, workout is finished, kids are dressed, and the sun is barely up, it's time for McDonald's. Now with bundles, your order is automatic, like a sausage McMuffin and hash browns for $2 or a McDouble and small fries for $3 later. With so much juggling in a day, the easiest part is getting your faves with bundles at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid when product served. Offer not valid for McDelivery.
Right from the start, we've always been on the go. And once we got going, we never slowed down. So for the past 100 years at Pep Boys, we've kept our promise to keep you moving. and we plan on keeping it for at least 100 more. Pep Boys, we go further to help you go farther. Now through August 31st at Pep Boys, get free installation instantly on a set of 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires. See pepboys.com for complete details.
At LensCrafters, we value expertly tailored eye care, provide state-of-the-art eye exams, offer a wide assortment of designer brands and high-quality lenses. Because everything we do at LensCrafters is for every sight that makes your life special. We offer 50% off lenses with frame purchase. Shop in-store and online. Book your annual eye exam now on LensCrafters.com. LensCrafters, because sight. Eye exams available at the independent doctor of optometry at or next to LensCrafters. Doctors in some states are employed by LensCrafters. Offer valid through September 6th. See a store associate for details.
At Off Lease Only, they know shoppers are looking for a nearly new car that fits their budget and lifestyle. So why spend time and energy haggling when you can shop with Off Lease Only to not only save time, but save thousands below retail on your next car, truck, SUV, or van? With Off Lease Only, they want their customers to leave the stress behind and find peace of mind with no haggling, no negotiating, no pressure, and no hidden fees. Don't pay more. Choose from fresh inventory that is arriving daily, and your trade-in is wanted. It has never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Financing is available for good and bad credit. Get pre-qualified online now at offleaseonly.com. Shop online at offleaseonly.com or call 407-222-CARS or take a test drive at their massive state-of-the-art location just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy. Your next car is waiting for you right now at offleaseonly.com.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this steamy Monday afternoon. Looks like we're building up for another brutal wave of Central Florida storms. So if you're out in it this afternoon driving home here in a couple hours, make sure you take it nice and slow. We got you all the way to your driveway for sure. You can always take us inside using the iHeartRadio app. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Another great thanks to Debbie from Umatilla for those wonderful jams. If you'll remember, you guys are right. She called in after the chigger infestation. Mm-hmm. She's the one who called and said, look, I completely understand. I go out and pick blackberries to make my blackberry jam, and I got infested with them. So she wrote this sweet note saying that that's where this came from and thanking us for the entertainment. And we thank her for everything she did for us. It was really, really nice.
Chigger jelly.
Yeah, chigger jelly. Very good. She says that very special people get this. And she said, divide it amongst yourself as you will. The blackberry was very popular. It is already gone. Larry took his. And we may have to do a dating game with Larry. I'm going to tell you straight up. We may have to do that.
I think Yvonne and another one of our texters would appreciate it.
I think Larry is a very qualified bachelor. He is a very educated gentleman. He's sweet as it gets and has a great sense of humor.
And in the world,
he's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman.
And in the world of the video Zoom, we could actually execute this.
We could do that. We have to see if we can get him on board. Whoever is part of it, we'll have to have something for him to eat, of course. 407-916-1041.
Oh no, food.
Let's get Jack's Olympic update.
Just food.
Oh, nasty.
Just food.
Oh, it was a big weekend. One of the biggest that weekend. That's that middle weekend for the Olympics as we, the home stretch, that's the final week of the games out of Tokyo. The 2020 games being played in 2021. Swimming is now over, but one of the races on the final day is the men's 1,500 meter. This is just shy of a mile. It's like a mile-long race in the pool, right? 1,500 meters. That's 30 times across the pool.
That is genuinely unbelievable, man.
Absolutely.
That'd take me a year.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, I don't think I could walk it back and forth outside the pool.
So here's the deal. it takes them about 15 minutes, which is faster than I run a mile.
Right.
You know, so
that is amazing.
Now, in the 800 meter, which was the previous longest race, Bobby Fink of the U.S., they didn't expect him to win it. They didn't even expect him to medal. It was not really part of the conversation. But on that 16th length of the pool, the very last one, he just turned on these afterburners and just passed everybody and ended up winning. So in the 1600 meter, now he's part of the conversation, and really the thought is, can he do it again? Can Bobby Fink come from out of nowhere, you know, and this would be on the 30th lap of the pool to be able to do it.
Fink is turning on the jets in lane 5. He says, I got another gear, guys. Bobby Fink doing what he did in the 800. Just flashing by Velbrook and Ramonchek. Unbelievable. Fink, the hero in the 800, is going to beat them all in the 15.
I love that. That guy's getting up for some swimming calls.
Yeah.
It makes it exciting.
Yeah, and that's the difference when we had the audio last week of the semifinal. It was very, and he set the Olympic record. But not only that, they also had video of his Rowdy Gaines, right?
Yeah. Oh, Rowdy's
now,
the
we've
greatest.
had Rowdy, but it was amazing because you could see Rowdy is former gold medalist swimming in the 80s Olympics, 84, I believe. But when it's like he could feel this because you're watching him and he's like losing his mind.
And he's experienced it, so what you're getting is a real, raw emotion of what it's like to be in that moment. So, I mean, it's for real. He's one of my favorite broadcasters for this.
Without a doubt.
He's so good at it.
And I love the tandem of him and Dan Hicks.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And one of the final races, and it's so much fun, I like the relays because there's just an added element of excitement when you have three of your teammates on the pool deck, cheering you on, and the whole place. It just seemed to be a little more raucous, a little more party-like, and that was the case. Now, in the men's 4x100, it's 4 different swimmers. They each swim a leg of the race, and they each do a different stroke, and then, and you hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen. USA was in an outside lane, and here's what happened with that.
Duncan Scott trying to make up some ground here with 10 meters left, but he's not going to do it. And from lane 1 this time, the U.S. is 15 for 15. World record. Gold medal again.
Get up here. It was awesome.
Wow.
It was so much fun. It was really exciting to watch. Swimming now gives way to track and field. That's the dominant sport being played in Tokyo right now. One of the premier events is the men's 100 meter, previously dominated by Usain Bolt. Now it's who's going to be the fastest man, right?
This decides the fastest person in the world, right? Or the fastest man in the world.
Absolutely. So it's pretty exciting, and I'd like to say going into it, I had no idea. Unfortunately, I turned off notifications on my phone for 3 of the 4 news apps I use. Forgot BBC.
Oh.
So, yeah. Sunday afternoon, they're like, hey, here's who won.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you got me, BBC. You got me.
So you're not going to tell us? You're going to make us watch?
I'm going to make you listen.
Duncan Scott trying to make up some ground here with 10 meters
Here we go.
left, but
That's
he's
back
not
in the pool. Here we
All
go.
right.
This is the men's 100 meter, and this is the race where you claim the fastest man in the world.
Right.
Brett Curley from the United States got out well. Look at Curley right in the middle. DeGrasse has got a lot of ground to catch up. Jacobs on the inside, the Italian. Jacobs is going to spring a surprise. Italy has never won a men's 100-meter Olympic Games gold medal. They have now.
Wow. Handing the Tonight Show host the biggest gift they've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Italy. Now, here's the deal, and congratulations to Marcel Jacobs. He was born in Texas.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah. His mom's Italian, and then he grew up in Italy.
Oh.
Do we get part of that gold?
We should get part of that
Do
gold.
we get part of that gold?
That's a 3/4 medal for that guy.
I'm thinking. Well, what we do have is the silver in that race. Fred Curley, American, used to run the 400 meter, switched to the 100, and his buddy said, dude, you're crazy. You don't switch. That's the hardest race to win. He switched, ended up getting a silver medal, so he was pretty happy that he could compete.
Let me ask you, as far as cashing in after the Olympics, other than the gymnasts, and I mean really just the singles gymnast, if you think about it, is the only one that really cashes in there. Isn't this the biggest moneymaker outside of the gymnastics, is the fastest guy in the world type thing?
I would think so.
Without a doubt, it's one of the premier one. That decathlon, if you
Right,
can
yeah.
get it. I know we're all familiar with Bruce Jenner from the '76 games because he was everywhere after that. But other athletes are starting to make or get noticed now that you have more companies with different ways to advertise in the internet. So there's a lot more faces out there, but still the 100-meter men's is
Right.
one of the pinnacle events, one of the premier events. An event that doesn't usually get a lot of coverage, but there was an American competing who did well. It's the Olympic high jump, right?
Okay.
So you are just running. You kind of turn your back to it and go over.
The Fosbury
The
flop.
Fosbury flop, absolutely. I think he did that in the 68 games. An American did it and finished 7th. However, it was the guys who finished first and second. Well, they tied for first. So then
They have a flop off?
They can.
Did LeBron come in and teach them?
They both hit the same mark of 2.37 meters. Right, so they gave him a choice.
2.37 meters.
Yeah,
That's like 8 feet.
Yeah, just jumping, running
What?
and jumping over. Yeah, a bar. Yeah.
Whatever. Are you kidding? That's like you could jump over that doorway?
That's almost 9 feet.
Oh, my God.
That's 8.95 feet.
Oh. So the countries were Qatar and Italy, and these guys, they were offered. They go, okay, we can raise the bar and you jump until someone doesn't get it. Then you have gold and silver, or they give them an option. They could split the gold.
It's the time. We can continue with the jump off. Can we have 2 gold? It's possible. It depends if you decide on the champion.
So they gave no
chose-
agreement. They're like, look, we don't have to jump, and I get gold, and you get gold. And they just said, yeah.
And then one of them gets bit by a shark. Is that what happened at the end of that audio?
So they share the gold. They're both the gold medalists.
But with that being such a low impact way to find out who the actual best is, why didn't they just make them reset the bar and go? I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense.
Because if your goal is to win the gold, he won the gold. The guy, so the guy with Qatar is like, wait, I get a gold?
Yeah.
And he can get a gold?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I don't know how I'd look at that. I would like raise that thing. Let's see who's the best. I mean,
Or-
gold, silver, whatever.
Or you have the gold in your hand.
Yeah.
Do you want to risk that and maybe leave with silver?
I don't know. And co-own it with some guy? I don't know, man.
And that's the thing.
I'd be sketchy about that a little bit. I'd want it for myself.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. I would want to know that I was the best or not the best. I mean, it wouldn't be because of a greed thing.
Right.
I would simply want to know if I was the best. I don't know if I'm part of the best.
Right.
I want to know either I'm the best or I'm not. It's that simple. That's what you go for there, right? You don't go there to share gold.
You could say, hey, I'm the gold medalist, and no one jumped higher than me.
You're right. You can say that for sure. But in the back of your head, there's another guy that can say that too.
And who is very excited. The guy from Italy. So Italy has 2, now track gold medals. They have the 100-meter and now the high jump as well. Raven Saunders, shout out to her. She's an American in the female shot put, ended up winning silver medal. But then after the medal ceremony.
This is that drama thing. Something happened here.
Well,
they said she stepped out of made a step infraction or something.
Not on this. No,
Okay.
not on this. So Raven Saunders won the silver medal for the U.S.
Okay.
Chinese won the gold after her medal ceremony. After the anthem played, they left. She stayed on the podium and did her arms crossed over her head for about 20 seconds, and then walked off. That was. A symbol of something. And then when she went through the interview circuit, they asked her, because, what was that for? She goes, well, that's X. That's the spot where the victims meet, and I represent different groups. And he goes, what groups do you represent? And she said, well, black people, LGBTQ, and as well as mentally challenged or people suffering from mental illness. So she just wanted to give a shout out to say she's there representing for all 3 of those groups and ended up with a silver medal for shot put.
I thought it was a DMX thing.
That's what I used to throw.
I thought it was a Wakanda thing.
Yeah. Man, you see him whip that leg around to create that momentum and sling that thing. It's pretty darn incredible. And they're big people doing that. There is a lot of athleticism that goes into throwing that ball, and it doesn't get the credit it deserves, but it's pretty bananas. When you see those guys start spinning around to release, they're creating an ass load of inertia and momentum there.
It's amazing how I'll go 3 years and not care about it, but when it's happening in the Olympics, I am all about watching it.
Yeah. And by the way, I guess those high jumpers are very good friends, so maybe that also kind of went into the decision for them both to get gold because they're good buddies.
What I do notice is because they compete in nationals in between the Olympics and stuff, they tend to know each other. So you see the racers all congratulating each other, the gymnasts,
swimmers.
They all, because they get used to seeing each other at these events, and they're all part of a unique club.
Sure, yeah.
So I think they do have that mutual respect. We kind of get caught up in the medal count for countries.
Sure.
But then to them, it's just like, people they're competing against, and really it is the true spirit of the game. Now, we mentioned there are a lot of events we normally don't see. If you were looking for alternate ways to watch the games, Peacock, that's the NBC streaming app, featured Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart doing commentary for an equestrian event.
Oh, man.
Oh, the horse crip walking, cuz. You see that? On the set. That's gangsters. Hey! Oh, this horse is off the chain. I got to get this in a video.
Oh, you
Oh, my God.
Snoop said I got to put the horse in the video.
Yeah, and then and it's not beeped even when you watch it on on Peacock. So
you let
can
it rip, huh?
You can do that if you are so inclined. It's pretty good. So moving on, gymnastics. Simone Biles, it's announced she will return for the beam final.
Yeah, I saw that today.
So they have the individual events. And the Americans took, and I'm blanking on her name, but she took silver in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
And then Suni Lee got bronze in the...
All right, good. So
so tonight you'll see the women's gymnastic continues with the floor exercise, and we know that Simone Biles will be competing in the balance beam. Also, tonight you'll have beach volleyball. I watched a lot of that yesterday. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, men's, I get it.
Oh. Track and field, women's gymnastics. I ain't hating.
Yeah, Moose Knuckle Bradshaw.
Gold Dollhauser, go.
Yeah.
And Jade Carey, gymnast, will be competing in the floor final tonight. And overall medal count, USA leads China by 2. But in gold, China leads the U.S. by 7.
Yeah.
Come on, Team USA,
That's
let's
right.
go.
Look, man, we should be paying these people. We should be paying these Olympians for sure, getting them all. I mean, other countries do it. We should be doing it.
Well, they when they win, they do get money when they medal.
Yeah, but I mean beforehand. They should put them up like Russia does, like they did Drago.
And they don't have to join the military if they win a medal.
Oh, very good. All right, 407-916-1041. Brandon Kravitz, Sports, up next here on the Jim Colbert Show. Good job.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
A very slow ride continues eastbound on I-4 between U.S. Highway 27 and Polk County to Osceola Polk Line Road. It's also slow between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535, and now between Conroy Road and OBT. Westbound still bumper to bumper between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's slow between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive, and also between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, Crayola 12-count colored pencils, 10+2 Crayola marker bonus packs, and Staples 2-pack scissors are just 97 cents each. Offer ends 9/18, limit 30 on Crayola, limit 6 on scissors. Staples.
Gotta love the guys over at Mills Air, man. Just found out today that the guys over at Mills Air are going to be a big part of Holy Takamoli this year again. Super excited about that. Love Leon Mills. love his crew because they do it with integrity and honesty. So they come into your house to fix your AC, not in the back. They're not trying to break something so they can sell you something else. They give you that preventive maintenance that lets you know you're going to have a problem before you have that problem, that keeps you out of that heat in Central Florida. That's what they're all about, man. And they do this quite well. 60 vans in their herd there to get you wherever you are in Central Florida. And it's 29 years of experience. They've been doing this a really long time, and they can certainly take care of you. If you do happen to need a new AC, they've even got you covered there. They're carrier factory authorized dealers, which means up to $2,700 in rebates. You got to take advantage of it. They're ready to help you right now. Family owned and operated. 407-277-1159. You can also find them online at middlesair.com.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
Win your way to our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th in Las Vegas, and win $1,000. You'll see
Billie Eilish,
Cheap Trick,
Coldplay,
Dua Lipa,
Florida Georgia Line,
J. Cole,
Journey,
Khalid,
Lil Baby,
Maroon 5,
Nelly,
Sam Hunt,
Weezer, a special guest performance by Phineas,
and more on the T-Mobile Arena stage in Las Vegas. Listen every weekday to win your way there and win $1,000.
If you're from Orlando, you know how we do food in the City Beautiful. We waffle our chicken in Metro Diner, udon our noodles at Bento Asian Kitchen, and ye can always find the golden tenders at PDQ. That's why there's DoorDash. Get food from every neighborhood in Orlando. Food so good, it'll make you happier than that other happy place in town. Download the DoorDash app now to find your local favorites, made by Orlando. Order on DoorDash.
Buying a car can be a bumpy ride. You need to get financing from a lender, insurance from an agency, and complete the purchase at a dealership. But Navy Federal Credit Union's fully loaded car buying experience makes car buying smooth. That's because there's everything you need to buy, finance, protect, and enjoy your dream car. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/car buying. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Every day, someone comes up to me and says, Amy, how amazing is Xfinity Internet? And I always say, guys, I could go on and on about how it gives you more than just fast speeds for all your work, school, and everything from home needs, but I have places to be. I'd also mention you can save up to $400 a year on wireless when you add Xfinity Mobile and get nationwide 5G at no extra cost. But I gotta run. I have a thing. Really, it happens all the time. Can your internet do that?
Save on your wireless bill when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together for just $40 a month. You'll get internet for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and mobile with our 1 gig wireless data option. Visit an Xfinity store to learn how our Switch Squad makes switching fast and easy. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 8/8/21. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Compares optimized pricing of top carriers. Xfinity Internet required.
The Dave single from Wendy's made with fresh, never frozen beef has the power to blow your mind. But now that the Dave single is buy one, get one for $1, as well as the spicy or classic chicken sandwich and the spicy or crispy 10-piece nuggets, Wendy's BOGO for $1 deal is gonna blow your mind and your speakers. Get these faves, BOGO $1 only at Wendy's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with combo or any other offer.
Right from the start, we've always been on the go. And once we got going, we never slowed down. So for the past 100 years at Pep Boys, we've kept our promise to keep you moving. And we plan on keeping it for at least 100 more. Pep Boys, we go further to help you go farther. Now through August 31st at Pep Boys, get free installation instantly on a set of 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires. See pepboys.com for complete details.
Off Lease Only knows shoppers are looking for a nearly new car that fits their budget and lifestyle. I know I am. I've purchased 2 cars from Off Lease Only, and by the end of this year, that will be 3. Because I know, why spend time and energy haggling when you can shop with Off Lease Only and not only save time, but save thousands below retail on your next car, truck, SUV, or van. At Off Lease Only, you get to leave the stress behind, find peace of mind with no haggling, no negotiating, no pressure, and no hidden fees. Don't pay more. Choose from fresh inventory that's arriving daily. Your trade-in is always wanted at Off Lease Only. It's never been a better time to trade in and trade up. Get pre-qualified online now at offleaseonly.com, where you can also shop online or call 407-222-CARS, or even take a test drive at their massive state-of-the-art location just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy. Don't wait. Get started today at offleaseonly.com.
Happy birthday to the rebel that started a revolution that changed music, changed fashion, changed the world. MTV. Download the free iHeartRadio app and celebrate MTV at 40. Podcast with the pioneers of music television, sharing never before told stories. MTV at 40 playlist with the biggest songs from the year MTV debuted and the iconic MTV Unplugged playlist, along with the return of MTV's Behind the Music.
Oh man, thank you MTV.
MTV at 40, available now on the free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Of course, you're always able to text us at 77031. Celebrating the 40th anniversary of MTV today. We are playing songs off the first 100 songs playlist, which you can see right now at JimColbertLive.com. We put that up, so if you're not from the MTV generation, you kind of want to see what that was like. The first 100 videos they played, we have up right now in order. You can just play them like a list, or you can pick and choose whatever you like. It's there right now, JimColbertLive.com. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well every Monday around this time. We invite our buddy Brandon Kravitz in from 96.9 The Game. Talk a little sports.
That's right.
And
if you want to see my MTV ranking, go to 969thegame.com. I've got my top 15 episodes of ridiculousness, all ranked 1 through 15.
And that is MTV right now. There is no other MTV. It's pretty much Rob and the guys.
It is so sad. They would be better off on that channel just replaying content from the 90s. Than the garbage that they put on that TV station.
They really should. They could just almost kind of put the tape on starting in 1981 and play everything over again, and it would probably get better ratings than watching. And
sure.
I think Ridiculousness is actually a pretty good kind of palate cleanser of a show. You tune over, watch a couple episodes, go, oh, that was kind of fun, and then go watch something else. But, to sit there and play it for 26 straight hours, like the Food Network with Guy Fieri, for crying out loud. Like, God, man, how many more shows can you pump this guy into?
They're just clearly that nobody's working there anymore.
Right. Well, you and I have yet to speak since the great Magic Draft. I walked into your room late last week and with my hands in the air yelling, finally.
Yeah, your reaction, Ross's reaction. You guys, sometimes I use you, whether you realize it or not, as my gauge of what sports, because I don't get to see people anymore.
Right.
I just use the two of you and Jack and Deb as my gauge for what sports fans are feeling in this community.
We're not the worst litmus paper ever.
No, you're not. I actually think one of the reasons I genuinely do that is because I think you guys fit different demographics, and they're just the general feeling of what is and is not exciting to people out there that don't obsess over it's the only thing they care about, like people like myself.
Right.
The casual to, somewhere between casual and hardcore sports fan, what gets their gears going. And this is one of those things that, I was at the Amway Center when the draft pick happened. I felt it, and for myself and for everybody that was around me, this was clearly something that people reacted to. And then to have you guys run in the studio the next day just further confirmed it was just the punctuation on the sentence.
It couldn't have been any better because, and really I was at trivia that night. It's a Thursday night, so I'm at trivia, and I'm telling the guys here, I'm sitting there trying to answer the trivia questions, and you can't touch your phone because it's a real serious trivia game thing, so they don't let you touch. So first game I lift up, and I go, Magic are about to pick. We go into the second game. I'm sitting there freaking out because they don't have it on in any, believe it or not, they don't have it on any of the TVs. They're playing whatever. And then I turn my phone over and see that we picked 5 Jalen Suggs, and then we got that other guy at number 8 that everybody loves, the Warner
Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner sounds like a composer.
I thought he sounded like a Die Hard villain a little bit.
Yeah, right. He's a violinist.
I mean, it was funny, but they're sitting there They draft Jalen Suggs at 5. You kind of felt it coming because Scotty Barnes out of FSU went 4. There were some thoughts out there that might possibly happen, but it was really wishful thinking for Magic fans because Magic fans wanted Jalen Suggs.
And we've learned our lesson about that wishful thinking.
You don't get your guy in the draft. That's not how Christmas works for Magic fans. You don't get the toy you asked for.
Not for a long time, it hasn't.
And so when that was about to happen, there was still, everybody's kind of on pins and needles. Like, there's still no guarantee they take Jalen Suggs. Maybe they covet somebody else in that spot. And then when that draft pick happened, it just kind of lit up the room.
That had to have been the quickest decision ever made in the Magic bunker, as it were.
I would hope so.
I would think it would be faster. I mean, I would say before the other guy was even walking off the stage, and the Orlando Magic pick is in.
Yeah,
I mean,
and honestly,
the other guy's not even off the stage yet. I mean, that's how quickly it would have come through.
And if you think about it, the Raptors know that what the Magic need is the star power, the dynamic playmaking ability, the shot-making ability, everything that Jalen Suggs is, his athleticism. The Magic needed that, and they needed it more than the Raptors did, obviously. Otherwise, the Raptors would have taken him at 4. But the Raptors know that, and they sat there, and I guarantee you they called the Magic, and were like, we're taking Suggs. What do you want to give us so you can get him?
Yeah, because
and they sat there, and they didn't blink, and they said, we're good. And that, to me, is like, whew. That's why I'm not a general manager.
Yeah, that's real poker.
Because I would have been like, cool, what do you need? I got a couple picks for you. There's a player back here.
We can build you a suite. You really set it up nice. 3 or 4 bedrooms, that sound good? Elevator, it's all fine.
I think the Magic would have taken Scotty Barnes, but he just adds to this sort of glut of what the Magic already have. Guys with a lot of length that are really good on defense that can't shoot.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen enough of those walk through the door.
We're fine. We need shooters, and we need somebody ready to go into the paint. We need somebody to drive the ball, and we need somebody that the team believes in. Really, above and beyond anything, you need a star that comes in, a young guy that people believe in, a Patrick Mahomes, somebody when they walk in the door, they have immediate respect with the rest of the team, and that's hard to find in the NBA because a lot of swag happened in that league.
So, in your opinion, who's the closest NBA already in the league player when it comes to Jalen Suggs?
It's a good question. I think what I see is, oh man, it's so hard with NBA comps because you always get into the territory of overrating somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I see Damian Lillard.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah, and he's got to get to that. Right now, Damian Lillard has become an elite shooter from wherever he wants to shoot the basketball. Jalen Suggs is not there, so understand, I'm not saying he's at that level now, but when you talk about that extremely athletic, he's kind of got that fearlessness about him, that stone-cold leadership, the kind of guy that people want to rally around.
Right.
He's a playmaker. He's going to make the other guys around him better. That is what Jalen Suggs is. He's got the kind of body where if he wants to drive the lane, he can be creative in his shot attempts. He can also body you up. This is somebody that played high school football at an elite level. Ohio State recruited him to be their quarterback, and he chose basketball. If you want to entertain yourself for a while, go watch Jalen Suggs' high school football highlights. The guy was ridiculous.
That's great.
Kind of reminds,
tough.
Yeah, he reminds me a little bit of Kyler Murray. That he's just a ridiculous athlete that had he devoted himself to any sport, he would have been good at it. You know those people?
Yes.
There are very few of them.
Yeah, they're annoying.
But he's that type of athlete. Yeah. And so he actually won Mr. Football in the state of Minnesota in 2019 and then won Mr. Basketball in 2020 and was recruited by Ohio State and Gonzaga and chose to go to Gonzaga. He was the highest recruit to ever sign on with that program, and then was actually, oddly enough, the 5th overall recruit in the country, and then gets drafted a year later, number 5 overall, just to give you an idea of how recruiting rankings basically directly correlate to where you get drafted in the NBA.
Yeah, and now you got to coach them up. Now really is where it matters. You know, you get a talent like that, and then don't waste them. Coach them up, build a good program, build a good plan, offense around a great player like that. That's where it happens now.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, because that's the key. That's one of the many things the Magic have been lacking is we are going to identify that this is our star, and then we're going to find a way to cater every move we make to make him better so that he can then, in turn, make us better. And I think that that's what led to that pick at 8. Franz Wagner the diehard villain out of Michigan, is one of those types of players that if they don't get Jalen Suggs at 5, I don't think they take Wagner at 8. Because he is
filling roles at that point, right?
Well, that's the thing. He is the prototypical role player in the NBA. I actually think that, to me, a perfect comp to go back to that is Jay Crowder with the Phoenix Suns. He's a tough guy. He's going to hustle on every single play. Really good on defense, and he can make a shot if you need it. Can guard about any position.
Yeah,
but he's not going to be your best player. At 8th overall, they had an opportunity to draft somebody else that might have the upside of like a Bradley Beal. And Moses Moody was one of the big scoring talents that was still there on the board when the Magic were picking at 8. That's the type of player that if the Magic don't get Jalen Suggs, a dynamic playmaker, at 5, then they probably take him at 8. But once they got Suggs, they immediately pivoted to we got our guy,
we got a guy
and now
can...
we're going to build around him rather than just selecting players that we really like.
That are athletic, or that the draft, that all the pre-draft stuff says we should get. You actually feel, you almost go back to that old A's thing, that old the analytics thing, where like, okay, the numbers say, build around this player that way, and you find the players that can kind of fill those roles.
Yeah, and
that are young and healthy.
You're still in development stage. This is not going to be a winning year for the Magic. It could be an exciting year. I think it'll be one
setting the tone kind of year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, not to sound like I'm delivering some sort of Magic marketing slogan, but this is a ground floor year. So you can still, those hipsters out there that like to say, I was watching the band before they went big and all. This is the year to become a fan.
Well, good. Well, I think the Magic did have a really good draft. Every publication I've read said they had an A+ level draft. It's hard to say not. You got one of the most exciting players coming out. Quickly, Orlando City played last Friday and had a win, which is really good.
Oh, big time. And they got back into their winning ways. Nani's set up. I mean, you guys were probably there in the building watching it happen.
It was one of the best games. It's probably the match of the season so far. It was so entertaining, so good against our rivals. Nani with the game winner, I think, in the 87th minute, but it was really Vandewater. God, what a last name. It's so much fun to say. But it
Sounds like a resort.
It was his cross in the box that was absolutely world class. They are so much fun to watch. They are so much fun to root for. And it's simply put, it's because we're good.
And, the funny thing is, it was very exciting to see these guys because it's weird. I don't pay attention to the surroundings a lot. I will just kind of, okay, well, we're here to do the show. And both those guys came in with their kits on Friday, and it didn't even dawn on me, but I walked in on them talking about how fired up they were to go to the game Friday night. And that's really, that's half the battle with any sports franchise, just creating that buzz that there's something that super exciting that could happen if you get your ticket now, and the city's paying off like that. They've had a couple stumbling blocks, but they always have those exciting matches. 87th minute, that's what you want, right? Your star kicks the winner with 3 minutes left in the match.
It was a header, but and it was also one of the sexiest score lines. We're down a goal, we tie it up. We go down 2-1, we tie it up. 87th minute, there it is.
Boom.
Let's get our 3 points piece.
Love it.
Atlanta is trash.
I like the fact that beating Atlanta has become commonplace for Orlando City.
When at first we couldn't beat Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, it's New York we have problems with.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's actually Inter Miami is coming on Wednesday, so another home match at Exploria Stadium in 2 days.
Nice. And then I know, believe it or not, we were talking a little bit before the show, guys, the NFL is just weeks away.
Yeah.
And depending on how
unbelievable how fast the NFL is weeks away.
Tom Brady's eating carbs and he's pissed at his players.
Oh my God, that means it's going to be nasty.
It's going to be a rough year for the Bucs.
Yeah, right. I bet.
Depending on how obsessed you are with football, it actually starts on Thursday. If you're willing to watch garbage, meaningless preseason, which.
Is it still the Hall of Fame game?
Yeah.
Game of Honor or Hall of Fame?
The Hall of Fame game used to always be the first game, but now that we actually have a shortened preseason, right?
Yeah. So, but all they've done is taken the last week away, not the first week. So you still have the Hall of Fame game. It's going to be the Cowboys and the Steelers on Thursday. There will be probably nobody that you're familiar with playing in that game, but there will be football on the screen and commentators that you're familiar with talking about said football. It's enough for me.
You'll recognize the uniforms.
That's it. Yeah. It's just you just kind of get the feeling, you get the buzz back, and then the preseason, and you can watch some of these camp battles and see guys make their debut. Maybe Tim Tebow's still on the roster for the Jags. There's a lot of storylines to follow.
It'll get more viewers than anything on TV for that last month.
Probably.
I mean, it'll be crazy, yeah, Russ.
Just also, before we get out of here, massive victory for the U.S. men's national team last night against Mexico in the Gold Cup. Our future,
I saw that, yeah.
Our future for men's soccer is looking damn good.
Well, it's about time.
It wasn't even our best men's. It wasn't even our best states. Our best starters there, because all of our starters will go back over to Europe. That was a young team. Congratulations to Daryl DK for lifting up some silverware for the men's national team.
Love
that guy. Been in the soccer news for all the right reasons.
And it is weirdly or oddly, the U.S. women's national team, the opposite.
Yeah.
Got. Am I blowing?
You
stuff
don't
here?
lose to Canada.
They, losing to Canada, and then it's so funny because I guess Carly Lloyd, as they're walking off the field, kind of stops and kind of goes to her knees or in a crouching position, puts her hands in her face or, whatever. And then Megan Rapinoe comes by and, and there's a still picture of that. And they're telling the story. This team's old. These women are 39, 38. I think there's a 40-year-old in the team. And what they were trying to do is maintain that kind of vibe they've had with that national team for so long. And they were kind of self-admitting they were hoping the magic fairy dust would fall on them one more year. They all kind of knew that they were, they were being run by. They weren't fast enough to keep up with the defenses. They were really kind of playing on that paper-thin, maybe kind of situation. So, interestingly, we see one kind of form of American soccer with the men's national team coming in, and another one will be in a real rebuilding phase as they move forward. So,
yeah, the difference...
The cycle of life in sports.
Well, the difference, I'm sure the U.S. women will get back on track and dominate the world the way that they have been for what seems like decades now. For the men, it's just about getting to a point of respectability worldwide, which would be a massive improvement from where they've been.
Brandon Kravitz always appears with us Mondays right here. You can hear him every day, 96.9 The Game, right there at 3 o'clock. He is my opponent.
Yeah, we go face to face. This segment brought to you by Certified Financial Group. Don't trust anybody with your money, or don't just trust anybody with your money. Certified Financial Group's on your side. 12 certified financial planners, all under one roof. You can dial pound 250, say the keyword certified planner, or find them online, financialgroup.com. Start planning for tomorrow, today. Another fun bout.
Always good seeing you, brother man.
All right, enjoy the football this Thursday.
Have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Monday for sure. All right, there's Brandon Kravitz, 96.9 The Game. 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And thunderstorms, the name of the game, especially through the middle of the week, with likely rain chances each and every afternoon at 70%. Tonight, storms ending by 11 p.m., the low 77. Tomorrow, the high 93, a 70% chance for afternoon storms, wind gusts past 45 miles per hour, heavy rain, frequent clouded ground lightning, and even an isolated severe thunderstorm can't be ruled out. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, Crayola 12-count colored pencils, 10+2 Crayola marker bonus packs, and Staples 2-pack scissors are just 97 cents each. Offer ends 9/18, limit 30 on Crayola, limit 6 on scissors. Staples.
When I think about custom fences, I think about Mossy Oak Fence, and I think about a number of words. Number one of those words, high quality. The skilled craftsmen over at Mossy Oak Fence use only the very best materials out there, and high quality that's backed by the best warranty in the business. I also think sensibility, because Mossy Oak Fence offers affordable payment plans. I also think about safety and security, and here's why. Your family's safety and security is Mossy Oak's #1 priority. So look, if you're thinking about a new fence, think Mossy Oak Fences. More importantly, mossyoakfences.com. And always let the Mossy family protect your family today.
Spectrum Business called their competitors to see if any of them could beat Spectrum's Business Internet Plus phone offer for $69.98 per month with no added phone taxes or fees. Here are real quotes from the competition.
How are they pulling in no fees and taxes? That's madness.
I would 100% go with Spectrum.
Even the competition recommends Spectrum Business. Call 855-339-5344 and switch to Spectrum Business today.
Competitor quotes from actual phone conversations. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
It's hot. It's humid. You wanted a relaxed pool party / barbecue. You got the human tsunami instead. Today, he's going for a world record splash that'll send inflatable swans into orbit. Dripping wet, you grab an ice cold can of Heineken. When another man-child made wave embraces you. It's okay, though. He's not splashing you. He's adding more refreshment to your refreshment. Heineken. Where others see annoying splashers, we see immediate refreshment. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy responsibly.
At Walgreens, we're committed to the fight against COVID-19. That's why we offer no-cost, contactless COVID-19 testing with same-day results at thousands of locations nationwide for patients ages 3 and up. Our pharmacy experts have administered millions of tests and are here to help when you need us. Schedule your COVID-19 test at no cost to you at walgreens.com/COVID-19 testing.
No cost to you with most insurance or government assistance. For ages 3 and up at select test locations. Test results turnaround time may vary by location depending on test type.
Florida, get ready for more savings at Walmart. Ooh, I can't wait. No sales tax weekend, July 31st through August 9th. Save more on the latest fashion, tech, and school supplies.
I'll get everything my kids need for school.
Cool sneakers and the latest styles from Justice, Reebok, and more.
And I'll get everything I want for me.
Don't miss No Sales Tax Weekend, Florida, July 31st through August 9th. Shop more with no sales tax on top of our everyday low prices at Walmart. Here we go. Offer good only in Florida on eligible items July 31st to August 9th, 2021.
No matter the challenges, we were there with a stronger, more reliable energy grid.
When our community struggled, we were there with flexible payment arrangements and other support.
And as the sun comes out, bringing the promise of a brighter tomorrow, we will still be here.
With energy that's reliable, affordable, and cleaner than ever, we're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
I want to break free.
Ready to break free? Norwegian Cruise Line is back and sailing this summer. Kick back in the Caribbean or take in the stunning sights in Europe. And with our robust health and safety program, you can cruise confidently. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, free airfare, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
Ships Registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
In the warehouse, the job has to get done. But if you're working with an outdated forklift that has more downtime than up due to maintenance, it's time to make the switch to Nobilift lithium-ion powered forklifts. With a Nobilift forklift, you get less downtime, a longer lifespan, fast, efficient opportunity charging, and a 5-year cost of ownership that will save you almost $45,000 over internal combustion models. Nobilift, revolutionizing the material handling industry one job at a time. What's in your warehouse? Contact us today for a cost analysis at nobiliftna.com/save.
Blue Star medicated ointment works fast to relieve the pain and itch of almost any skin irritation.
It's amazing. It's like as soon as you put it on, you can feel it working. We've had Blue Star in the family for years. It works on everything.
I love the cooling sensation on my athlete's foot.
What a relief for my eczema.
Nothing worked on my dry, cracked skin until I tried Blue Star.
Blue Star is great for scalp itch.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast, or your money back.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Clausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Clausman. ClausmanLaw.com.
Love us while you got us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Real Radio 104.1. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. If you're wondering if the 80s threw up on our show today, the 80s did kind of throw up on our show today a little bit. Today is MTV's 40th birthday, and we put up a list of the 100 first videos played on MTV, starting in 1981. So all the videos would be kind of relative to that, I guess.
It's so cool to me that you guys have had MTV make a massive impact on your lives, and it's also made a massive impact on mine.
But
I'm a TRL boy.
But, okay, I was going to say, because by your generation,
what it was for us, which was the first time an artist had to worry about not just the album art, but coming up with a great video concept and being able to see him turned into just original programming by the time.
Yeah,
right?
in the
It was
90s.
Yeah, because you were
Big
judged
Brother's house or whatever.
Right. You were judged by your video as much as you were. I mean, the song could be trash, but if the video was good, you could tolerate it.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Take on me.
Just such a significant portion of pop culture at the time. And like Jimmy said, because, now you had the visuals to go with the music you were listening to, where that wasn't always the case. And there was such a dominance of a British invasion in those videos on MTV in the 80s because they were ahead in England. They were making music videos before it became the thing here
Top
in
of the
the
Pops?
States.
Yeah.
So it was something that they just flooded the market. It's like, hey, here's the Cure, here's the Depeche Mode.
Yeah, Duran Duran.
Yeah,
I mean,
all of it.
I mean, tons of that stuff. The Police, and you're right, they were kind of prepared for it, but it was very interesting because you could watch your favorite artist perform, and there was also a thing called Friday Night Videos that premiered not long after MTV's popularity that didn't last very long, but they only played videos for like a couple hours. It was at midnight, or it would go from 11 to 1, whereas MTV was on 24 hours a day with the VJs. And you started that became your life. That would be the original. That would have been like the original social media phenom.
Yeah.
And another thing, Ross, that made it so interesting going into the 80s is you're breaking the mold of what the 70s looked like. Bell bottoms, disco, kind of a weird blend of folky music, which was really big, and then kind of roots rock, which was big in the 70s. Going into now, what was like the New York Dolls and the big punk band, the Ramones, and bands like Talking Heads and Blondie. That was happening on the East Coast in New York, and then boom, MTV stuffed all that right into your living room in Little Urban, wherever the F you are, wherever you are in the U.S. As long as you had cable TV, you had MTV. And that's why they're like, I want my MTV, because it caused an explosion in cable subscriptions. People wanted it everywhere. That's why that whole thing was, I want my MTV. It was almost like a demand.
Oh, man.
Tell your parents, you want MTV.
So you guys never had, though, the countdown, right? And let me just get this out of the way. I think you guys had the golden era, the best version of MTV.
We didn't have the TRL countdown, but there was a countdown. I think it was called Countdown Live or something or whatever.
And what was super cool watching that 1999 Woodstock documentary was talking about how both of those worlds were just straight melding together on TRL when you had the boy bands and new metal clashing. It was, I don't know. I remember my mom enjoying Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, and then me not. Right, because I want to be cool.
And it was weird like that, because you're right. I mean, this thing recently, that documentary that you suggested about Woodstock 99 goes back into those early TRL MTV days and the anger of, and you could have a show on TRL where the first guest would be Korn and the last guest would be Christina Aguilera. Two polar opposite worlds of the music spectrum, and those fans also, they took that music seriously. If you didn't listen to that, you were a P word. If you listen to that, you were the F word for gays. And the next thing you know.
What's really cool is another thing that MTV is bringing back is its iconic series, Cribs.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, the network says the return of the show is going to give viewers an inside and outside tour of lavish celebrity homes. For those who didn't catch the first installation, among the rappers appearing on the program are going to be Big Sean and Rick Ross. Cribs will return to MTV with all new episodes starting 8 days from today, August 11th.
I think Rick Ross bought Mike Tyson's old house, didn't he? Or was it the Evander Holyfield house?
I think it was Evander Holyfield, but I think that's what they use for Coming to America, too.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
I remember news coming out that MTV Cribs, some of the artists would just like rent a home or something. Not all of them, but some of them would. But the greatest MTV Cribs, and I don't even think it's that debatable. It is legendary. It's the only one that people still talk about, at least in my opinion, is Redman's.
Why?
Because it was real. It
Was
was
just like a real normal little house or whatever?
Jim, it was an apartment, and he had like a cousin sleeping on the floor. And he's talking about his cereals and stuff.
He's just like making fun of it almost, right?
No, he's just being completely authentic.
crazy.
And it was people still talk about Redman's MTV Cribs because I think the cousin like wakes up and he's like, "What's going on?"
It's like Stephen Wright in Half Baked.
Right? Is it that the artist decided, hey, that's not cool anymore to show off all my riches and stuff? Is that why that went away? Because hasn't there always been an interest from people about how really wealthy people live, going back to the 80s with that lifestyles of the rich and famous thing?
Jimmy, and I assume you remember this. We watched the video about 20 years ago, and it talks about the 40-year cycle of things where you are in a me generation, and then and the pendulum swings, and then it's a giving generation, then it swings back to a me generation. So the 80s were considered a me generation.
Oh, the height.
And on that 40-year cycle, that could be where we're entering again.
Yeah, it is kind of weird though, man, because for the longest time it was almost like, nah, man, you don't want to be on that. You don't want to be showing people, how much money you have and how many cars. And then the rappers came along. They're like, no, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to show you all our stuff.
You have Uzi Vert having a diamond implanted in the man's skull.
And you show up at their script, there's like $40 million worth of cars just out front before you even make it through the marble door.
What about Headbangers Ball?
Oh, yeah.
Any headbangers, any metalheads? I mean,
it's the only place you could really see videos like that because they never, ever, ever played them.
Well, where else are they going to show them?
Right. I liked 120 minutes. It was, I think, Friday night, 2 hours, because it was the alternative music videos and whatnot. Sonic
and then you
Youth
had
and
MTV News with Kurt Loder and Tabitha Soren. And and Tabitha Soren's still in the game. And Kurt Loder was a writer for Rolling Stone. I mean, these were people that really had like journalism chops. They weren't like just some dope heads they picked up. Did I just say dopehead?
Yeah, you did.
Some pothead that they just picked up that wrote a couple articles for his local high school, this band jams column,
that's radio.
Yeah, right.
I'm watching some clips of Redman's MTV Cribs, and there's just laundry everywhere. It's so good.
I got to go back and watch it. That sounds fun.
Yeah, what'd you do that's new?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, as always, at 770-301. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival is minutes away on Real Radio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest, buy from the best, goldsmithjewelry.com.
We're still looking at a solid ride eastbound on I-4 between U.S. Highway 27 coming in from Polk County to past Osceola Polk Line Road. Westbound just as slow between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. And now we're seeing heavy traffic south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. We're still looking good on the 408, the Beach Line, and the Turnpike. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Amtrak. Whether you're craving a breath of fresh mountain air, an exciting new adventure, or just some free babysitting from Grandma, Amtrak can get you there. With more than 500 destinations across the country. Everything you're missing, just an Amtrak away.
You know that doorbell company out there that everybody knows, at it again, this time sharing your internet with your neighbors. How fun is that? Even better, you don't even know which neighbors they're sharing it with. And some internet providers will flag your account because this could violate your internet agreement. Of course, allowing strangers to connect to your internet is inherently risky. Sharing your internet connection could pose a third risk that third parties could gain access to all that data, all that banking information, medical information going back and forth across your Wi-Fi. That could get hacked into. That's why smart shoppers only use SafeTouch Security. A SafeTouch system assures you complete peace of mind that you have the best security available. Even your cameras are protected by a SafeTouch system. And with that SafeTouch system, not only can you get the fastest possible emergency response, you have complete control over your system, your cameras, and your internet. And systems start as low as $29.95 a month. You can't lose. Just call for that free demo and consultation today. I know that you will be impressed. Hop on board today at safetouch.com. State license EF233.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 7168, Equal Housing.
Off Lease Only knows shoppers are looking for a nearly new car that fits their budget and lifestyle. I know I am. That's why I buy my cars at Off Lease Only, and you should too. Because why should you spend time and energy haggling when you can shop with Off Lease Only? And not not only save time, but save thousands below retail on your next car, truck, SUV, or van. With Off Lease Only, they want their customers to leave the stress behind and find peace of mind with no haggling, no negotiating, no pressure, and no hidden fees. This is the way car buying should be. Don't pay more. Choose from fresh inventory arriving daily. Financing is available for good and bad credit, and you can get pre-qualified online now at offleaseonly.com. It's never been a better time to trade in and trade up at Off Lease Only. Reach them on the phone at 407-222-CARS or take a test drive at their massive state-of-the-art location just off the beach line at Narcoossee and McCoy. Get started online right now at offleaseonly.com.
Did you know that the majority of adults are unsure if their advisors are obligated to act in their best interests?
If you're not sure, trust Certified Financial Group. With 12 certified financial planners, they serve as fiduciaries and are committed to acting in your best interest. They even put their guarantee in writing.
Schedule your no obligation visit at financialgroup.com, where they're planning tomorrow today. Financial planning and investment advice for a fee through Certified Advisory Corporation, a registered investment advisor.
Tampa Bay's winning streak continues with bold starts, crowd-pleasing finishes, and more world titles. Like Rate Beer naming Tampa Bay home to some of the world's best breweries. Discover Tampa Bay's award-winning craft beer and spirit scene with Florida's biggest concentration of craft breweries. Taste unexpected flavors and new twists on familiar favorites, highlighting local ingredients like citrus and Cuban coffee. All just a short drive away. Get your free beer pass and more at baycrafted.com.
And please drink responsibly.
I come to Dunkin' for something topped, toasty, and tasty, because days like this deserve a toast. I can celebrate today with a bacon-topped avocado toast. It's got rich, creamy avocado on top of toasted sourdough bread with crumbled cherry wood smoked bacon and everything bagel seasoning, all perfectly packed to go. Or I can cheers to a grilled cheese melt filled with white cheddar and American cheese or layered with savory Black Forest ham.
If you're done with your toast, your order's ready.
Yeah!
Toast your way all day at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
The time before AT&T fiber internet.
What? What are you doing in me dungeon?
It's the only place where the bloody Wi-Fi works.
Oh, and you don't mind the spiders?
Spiders? What spiders? Oh no, they're everywhere! Oh!
In the time after AT&T fiber internet.
It's nice having fast, reliable Wi-Fi in the whole house.
For sure.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. AT&T Smart Wi-Fi extenders may be required. Sold separately. Restrictions apply.
Crossing Pereira! Oh, he scores! He scores!
Orlando City takes on in-state rival Inter Miami in a midweek match on Wednesday, August 4th at 7:30 p.m. presented by Publix. Tune in on FM 96.9 The Game or watch on Fox 35 Plus and stream on the Lion Nation app. Hey City fans, want to be the lucky winner of the Ultimate Tailgater Prize Pack courtesy of Publix and Instacart? For your chance to win, text LIONS to 782-549. Good luck and go City.
Struggling with CPAP? Now there's Inspire, the only FDA-approved obstructive sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to treat the root cause of sleep apnea with just the click of a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Visit InspireSleep.com to learn more.
What? Just 15 seconds to talk about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea? That smooth taste of real brewed tea with just the right kick of alcohol. What? We started already. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival now. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY, LUCKY. Lucky to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Lucky to the number 200-200. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. You're driving home, drive safe. There's some weather out there. Be careful. When you get at home, take us inside with you using the iHeartRadio app. And we are streaming live today, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. By the way, if you'd like to hop over to our YouTube channel, just give us a little subscribe there. Click and like. We'd love that. Trying to get those numbers built up. That'd be very nice of you. Doesn't cost you anything to do us that favor, so we'd appreciate it. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well.
We also just gave you your one and only keyword during our show.
That's right. Lucky.
Yeah, to 2 tickets and a $1,000 gift card for your spending pleasure.
Sure.
To go to our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Which is amazing. Something we don't even get to go to.
No.
Unless we have the money for the tickets. And
I just can say, you can do anything if the coin is right.
No discounts. There are no discounts.
No.
They don't care. No. They don't care. They're not interested if you go. They want Ryan to go.
Right,
They send
exactly.
him.
Yeah.
But nobody else. All right, 407-916-1041. I know we have somebody on line one.
Ryan Seacrest, Ross.
Thank you.
Ryan
All right.
Seacrest,
I was
not
like,
Holmes.
Word? I call him Ryan because we're down like that. We've never met.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is. He doesn't know who or what I am. I mean, you can say Jim Colbert. He can say, what is that? Not even who, just what? What is that? Is that a thing? Is Jim a thing?
In a can?
So what's this guy want on line one?
You know, I get a lot of calls every day.
Okay.
This guy called up, and the first thing he said was, I'm angry.
Yeah, because you asked, hey, Jim Colbert Show, what are you calling about?
Yeah, he just said, I'm angry.
So you just put him on hold. He's
yeah.
mad.
I was like, you know what? This might be therapeutic for this guy.
I have something interesting to talk about. Are you sure this is worth going before that?
Oh, he has no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh,
but
good.
We might be
It's
able
a crapshoot.
We might be able to help this guy.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Jim, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm actually pretty angry, bro.
What are you angry about, partner?
Well, first of all, long-time listener. I've listened to you from about 4 different countries.
Oh, awesome.
And I woke up today, and I was angry. I'm angry because of COVID. I'm angry because I'm vaccinated and have to wear a mask. I'm angry because I have just found out I have sleep apnea and high blood pressure. So I'm pretty upset.
Well, now we know how you get the high blood pressure.
Mike, being angry is not helping your BP.
I know it's going up. I got to take an extra lisinopril.
Were you deployed? Is that why you were in so many countries?
Yes, I was. Yeah, I did almost 30 years. Almost 30 years in the Navy.
Oh wow, Navy! 30 years in the Navy.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, pretty impressive, brother.
No, I've been listening to you guys for years. So
that's awesome. So you woke up a little sour this morning. I got to tell you, partner.
It's Monday.
That happens to me as well, and it doesn't matter if it's a Monday or Wednesday. I've woken up sour as hell on a Saturday before.
Yeah, we know.
Sometimes you just get fed up, you know.
Yeah, you wake up, you get fed up. You're like, God. I woke up today, man. I'm like, dude, I'm angry. I'm like the angry guy. You should have like an angry segment. People call in.
Okay.
Air all their gripes out.
Well, the show
But anyway,
is built
so
on my anger. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Oh, I've listened to you for years, man. In fact, I actually listened to you on the Monsters, and I switched to Monsters because you came to
All
Jim
right, thanks,
Colbert
man.
Show. That's
We'll
why.
hear both. Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, I'm the angry guy. I'm angry. I woke up this morning, I'm angry, and I'll wake up tomorrow, I'm going to be happy as a camper.
How are you going to channel that? How do you? So what do? Do you exercise? How do you release that anger?
Drugs,
fat. No, I actually do exercise. I do woodworking, and I have a crap ton of yard work that has been neglected.
Yeah.
Because my wife tells me every day. Based on the neighbor's yard.
She likes to remind you, does she? That's odd. That's unlike a wife.
She reminds me.
Which only makes him more angry. And passively aggressively refuses to do it.
Mike, that doesn't sound like any wife I've ever met.
No, seriously. 21 years married. Been with me for a lot of crazy stuff in the military. I love her to death, but she is very passive aggressive.
There you go. And Jack?
We don't know anybody like that.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody passive aggressive, Mike, but they sound like they're a pill.
Well, Mike, thanks for listening all these years. We appreciate it. And thanks for your service in the Navy. We appreciate that certainly as well.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody can relate to that, right? Everybody's woke up super pissed off.
I just got to say, as an angry guy, he sounded pretty decent.
He did. His anger sounded a little manufactured.
But well, you do get fed up, especially because it's like you don't want to see us. You know, we go through a year and a half of this pandemic. We think we're moving into a greater area, and then we're getting hit with numbers like most ever COVID infections in Florida in one day, most hospitalizations in the state of Florida,
No, in the country.
In the country, and you're like, you don't want to see it regress. It's like, no, we want to, we got vaccinated. For those of us who did it, we're doing the right thing. We're looking for the right results. And just like the Republican governor, I think it's of Alabama, said, blame this on the unvaccinated. Yeah. We're in a situation for the unvaccinated who allowed this disease to kick around.
And, that is true. But at the same time, you have Jacksonville's mayor, Lenny Curry, saying people should, quote, stop shaming the unvaccinated, end quote. He posted the plea on Twitter saying, share the facts that we have and try to change their mind insteid of shaming and build that wall.
Well, that's great advice because shaming does not work for anybody. Because people will just become
hardened.
Hardened. They also will become malignant. They won't do anything. They will do it just out of spite now.
Yeah.
They will not get it. We've heard that as well. But by the way, just as he was talking, breaking news at Louisiana, the entire state, I guess, is going back to their mask mandates as well.
Well, not only that, we have, real quick, I did want to share this, that Curry wrapped up his Twitter post today with, quote, no shame in questioning the shot and what it means for your health, but sick people in hospitals demonstrate that the shot works, end quote. And again, over 90%. I mean, there's less than 1% of vaccinated Americans have been hit with these, and those again are those outliers.
And he's right. You're not gonna how angry you get because of the situation we're in. That anger and that shame that you direct at anyone who didn't get it is not going to make them want to get the shot.
Matter of fact, it would work the exact opposite.
Yep.
I mean, there are people out there just for spite they wouldn't get it. My wife, just so you guys know, I waited quite a while. I wanted to get as much information as possible. I wanted to see a little bit more of a group have it for months, so that you could kind of get an idea what the long-term viability was going to be. I got the first shot, I think, 2 weeks ago. My wife has autoimmune issues. She has Hashimoto's and Sjögren's syndrome, which are autoimmune deficiency issues. And there was no information for her about how it worked or affected or worked in conjunction with those particular disorders. So she was terrified to get it, absolutely horrified to get it because, again, there was just no information out there. And then again, just like we said last week, the number one thing that anybody could say, and this was one of these Republican congressmen that has been particularly defiant about the information, got the virus. And even in his denial of saying you should get the vaccination, which they couldn't pry out of his mouth, which is fine, whatever. But he did say one of the most important things that you can say on his way out to go to the hospital or go quarantine was that you should consult with your private physician for the right answers for you. And the great thing about that piece of advice is because physicians are going to give you the answer that, that's based on science most of the time. They're going to go, hey, look, you've had a relationship. And I know a lot of people out there have relationships with doctors they've had forever. When my wife's doctor retired, this is probably about 8 or 10 years ago, she was the only doctor she'd ever seen.
Yeah.
She was 30, probably 34 or 5 or so. When he retired, she'd never been to another doctor. And that's really common in a lot of places in America, specifically in the more rural areas. You have a doctor, that's who you see. That's who you're going to believe. If the doctor says, hey, you're creeping up on diabetes, you may want to cut back on the sugar, you're probably going to listen to him. Or, hey, you probably shouldn't smoke. So you'll listen to him. So the best advice you can get really is consult your private physician. My wife did. Turns out my wife's doctor also suffers from that same exact thing and had questions first. Yeah, I was doing the same thing, but there's no information saying that anybody who has these particular disorders, Sjögren's or Hashimoto's, has had any negative responses, so she wound up getting the vaccine.
I also saw...
There you go. You inform yourself and then make a logical decision based on that. But there should be no shame involved. For the record, there should be no shame.
Protesters are still gathering in Orange County this evening. You may encounter them on your commute home. They're gathering to rally against COVID-19 protocols that are being outlined by Mayor Demings, again, recommending...
Are they wearing masks?
I'm sure. I mean, they're willing to stand in traffic Monday out of 5. Good luck to you.
All right, 407-916.
In Central Florida, deadliest city for pedestrians. Good thinking.
Wait a second. If they're standing in traffic, I guess we can legally run them over, right?
Hey,
and not to
governor
mention,
says so.
Outside right now is just like a vending machine of heat stroke.
Right.
I mean, it's just basically you walk outside, put in your quarter, and they do you some heat stroke.
Yeah, the air is sweating.
Please don't run anybody over.
No, don't. We are not advocating
Jack's just joking about violent death.
It's hard to get the car,
407 916 1041. When we come back, I want to talk about the most interesting 1% of Americans you've ever heard of in your life. We talked about these people before, and they continue to fascinate me. The 1% up next during the Jim Colbert Show.
They're really rich.
If you don't dig it, we'll eat our hat. The big floppy brimmed one.
But we look really good in that one.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
The stop-and-go ride continues westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. It's also slow between Sand Lake Road and Central Florida Parkway. Eastbound heavy between U.S. Highway 27 and Polk County to Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as southbound 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. The beach line still accident-free. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Spectrum Business. Small businesses. You may be paying twice what you should for internet and phone. But there's good news. Switch to Spectrum Business and get faster internet speeds and proven reliability for half what you're paying now. Call Spectrum Business at 888-489-2212 today.
Speaking of vaccinations, we just posted our Twitter poll of the day. It's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter, and it's brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. Brad and his team, direct mortgage lender. This is what they do. They're not the banks. They're better than the banks because their sole focus is either securing you the loan for your next home or helping you refinance the home you currently live in to take advantage of these really low rates right now. WeAreNotTheBanks.com has loans for all types of buyers. Whether you're self-employed, they have a special loan program for you. They handle investor loans. You got good credit, they can definitely work with you. Even bumps in your credit, Brad and his team at WeAreNotTheBanks.com have a special program to work with you as well for all types of loan, VA, conventional, FHA, jumbo loans of all sizes. I used WeAreNotTheBanks.com for a refi several years ago. Took me through every step of the process, let me know what I was going to need, and close super fast. Man, check them out online. It's WeAreNotTheBanks.com. NMLS ID number 205696, equal opportunity lender.
A SunTrust checking account lets you stay on top of your money and help it grow. Plant the seeds for your goals with access to financial resources and tools. Keep an eye on your spending, hedging and managing it by setting limits on our mobile app. And rake in cash back on debit card purchases from your favorite retailers with SunTrust deals. With all the right tools, your account can blossom. Open an account today at suntrust.com/checking. Must have online banking to participate in SunTrust deals. SunTrust, now Truist. Member FDIC.
It's happening now. International Diamond Center Spectacular Summer of Savings Event. Your best jewelry buying opportunity of 2021. Now for a limited time, you get IDC's incredible value price, plus 3 years zero interest financing. And IDC will even cover your first 2 payments. And everything's included. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, colored gemstones, Swiss timepieces, even GIA and Forever Mark diamonds. This is truly a spectacular opportunity from the area's premier jeweler. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond stud earrings or anniversary band? With zero interest, your payment just $84 a month. And your first 2 payments are on us. Or if you prefer, take an incredible 25% off any wedding band purchase. Our best wedding band offer ever. International Diamond Center Summer of Savings Event. Our best price guarantee. 36 months zero interest financing and 2 payments on us. Now for a limited time, only at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show.
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy milkshakes, smoothies, and sundaes are here. Crafted to crave at Wawa. Wawa has the drinks you need to stay quenched, refreshed, and happy. Cool off with iced teas, lemonades, energy drinks, and more. Wawa has the refreshments you need this summer and the snacks to go with them. Stop in today for our $3 summer deal and get any 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew with any Lay's, Ruffles, or Doritos. Make Wawa your destination for the drinks and snacks you love. Gotta have a Wawa. Limited time offer. See store for details.
Right from the start, we've always been on the go. And once we got going, we never slowed down. So for the past 100 years at Pep Boys, we've kept our promise to keep you moving. and we plan on keeping it for at least 100 more. Pep Boys, we go further to help you go farther. Now through August 31st at Pep Boys, get free installation instantly on a set of 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires. See pepboys.com for complete details.
Hi, I'm AJ, and on my podcast, Really Good Shares, we talk about recovery from all kinds of things. Car crashes, identity crises, drugs, alcohol, ego. You'll hear stories about fixing yourself when things are bad, checking yourself when things are good. When I got sober, my life got weirder. Growth seemed impossible. What helped me the most was following the lead of people in my life who'd overcome bad things. So listen to Really Good Shares on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. If you're on the way home, take it nice and easy. Drive slow. It's hot out there. People losing their damn minds. Just turn us up. We got you all the way to your driveway. When you get there, just take us inside using the iHeartRadio app. And you can check us out on YouTube, our brand new YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe over there, trying to get to as many people as we can. We have a chat room there that Ross hops in occasionally and talks to. Also, you can see the stream on Facebook and Twitch as well. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. By the way, when you text our show, we can text back, and we do frequently.
Yeah.
And if you text me something that sounds stupid, I have a packaged response. I just text back, "You sound dumb."
Oh.
So if you get that text from me, I'm talking to you. You sound dumb.
Oh, let me go check and see which one that is.
Oh, funny how Jim wants to handle anti-vaxxers with kid gloves when he bitches about almost everything else. That is not the truth. I have tried to maintain a realistic look at getting vaccinated. Some people do, some people don't. You have reasons that you want to. I think everybody understands the numbers behind getting vaccinated, but some people just don't like to be told to inject medicine into their body when they don't believe it. And you have to respect that in some way, shape, or form, and hope that those people will take the needed and necessary means to keep themselves away from other people. And we know some of those don't. But I get real sketchy when you start telling me to inject stuff in my body that I'm not 1,000% has been vetted properly. I took the chance to do it because I thought I'd gotten them enough information. There's some people out there who just don't feel that way. And unfortunately, in America, you have to kind of deal with those people the right way. And I just try to tell people in a loving manner, hey, do what you think is best for you and your family, but don't ignore the information because that makes you, again, sound dumb.
Like dogs.
That's it. It's that quick. All right, 407-916. You get the math. If you just look at the math, it's 20 times more deadly than regular flu, so you can get over that argument. It's not like the regular flu. And understand that most people will survive from it, but it's those people that won't survive from it that you don't want to be a part of. It's just that simple. It really is a super, super simple problem. It really is. The medicine's out there. If you want to take it, take it. If you don't, understand that you will have to adhere to a certain set of rules so that everybody can be safe. It's just that simple, man. You have an option. You just have to deal with the other option you choose. That's it. I mean, if you choose not to get it, you have to deal with the rules laid out for it. It's that simple. I would have to do the same thing. My wife was having to do the same thing until just recently. A lot of people in my family don't want to get this thing.
I had to order masks.
Yeah,
I thought I were done. I ordered some more.
I ordered a case too.
Yeah.
Because if it goes back to it, guess what? I'll wear them, and then I won't wear them when it stops.
Yeah.
And that's just how simple that is, because it's just part of going through life. You just have to do it. Just that simple. 407-916-1041. I told you guys that I wanted to talk about a group of people we've talked about before. It's 1%. 1% of the population. Now, I thought I said U.S., but I think it actually may be 1% globally.
What?
Yeah, 1%. What do you think that 1% is? 1% of the people are interesting enough, Ross, to have me talk about you or have me bring you up as a group of people. What could be so interesting that just 1% of this country?
Jim, I'm going to go with Moroccans. I've never really met any Moroccans, I don't know anything about Morocco, but it
Okay.
just sounds like a very interesting place.
So the 1% of the people I'm going to talk about are Moroccan. Somehow they made it into my lexicon of topics.
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's not Moroccan.
Is it gingers?
Deb, what do you think?
Left-handers?
Not left-handers. I'm thinking there's probably more than 1%.
I think there's like 10% on left-handers.
but not
You
much.
think
Yeah,
so?
Yeah, I think it's about 10%.
All the smart people.
Wizards.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think legit wizards maybe lower than 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
But it's
tough.
hard to legitimize them. You got to really ask
They
them a
keep
bunch of
disappearing. I can't count.
very difficult.
Like
questions.
1, 2, where'd he go?
Deb not closing the door on the Wizards right there.
there.
Close no doors.
No, it is more interesting than that. I'm talking about asexuals.
Oh,
Okay.
Now, are we talking like true blue hermaphrodites born with both sets?
No, we're talking about asexuals.
Oh, that's
with
right.
No interest in having sex.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. We got a lot of texters that will respond.
This is kind of amazing. It really is, because with the story it reads, after decades of invisibility, asexuals are speaking up and gaining ground. The quote is, "I don't need to be fixed because I'm not broken." I guess the posed question would be, what's wrong with you when you don't want to have sex?
Right.
I mean, every human being wants to have sex. They want to reproduce. They want the feeling of having sex. They want the closeness to another person of having sex, whether it be male or female. It doesn't matter. Male and male and female, whatever the case may be. You want that closeness as a human being. Sometimes it almost doesn't even have to do with the actual physical act of sex itself. It's just the nature of being that close and intimate for that period of time. These guys aren't interested in any of that. Have you ever met somebody that is asexual, or do they share that information very much? It's not like being gay, right? Where people can't wait to tell you they're gay, or anything like that. That's like the new thing. But with asexuality, it's not like that. People can't wait. It's not like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm asexual.
I've found that only recently that people are willing to share whatever sexual label they put on themselves. Before it was just kind of an act of nature, just some part of life, whereas now it seems like even your sexuality has to have a label and a tag so that people understand what you are. I'm hetero, I'm gay, I'm lesbian.
Or what pronouns, how you'd like to be referred to. I think people feel a little more comfortable, where in the past they felt like if I let you know what my personal preferences are or my orientation is, there's a chance I could be bullied for it or fired for it. So where in the past they had to keep that for self-preservation, I think now a positive sign is where you feel like you are in a safe space publicly where you can share who you are.
I still think asexuals would be the one group that would get the least amount of respect from everyone.
One of the reasons I brought this up is I kind of feel that same way. Like I was thinking about the whole idea of the whole movement of the, hey, I'm gay. And I think it should, people say it now just so they can, or just because they can. There's no repercussion now. Well, in Florida, in Orlando, you can tell whoever you want you're gay. You're not going to get your ass stomped out because you're gay in Central Florida.
Not in Central Florida.
Yeah, it's not like, you're right. That's why I said Central Florida.
Palatka?
No, it's not like that.
No, is it cool there?
Can I tell you, I don't know many places where most of the culture is not accepting of you being gay, or at least tolerant of you being gay and out and being gay. From the most rural parts of Mississippi and Alabama all the way up to Boston and some of those very ununderstanding people in that area too. I just simply don't think it that anymore. I actually believe it would be more difficult to tell somebody you're not interested in sex than to explain than it would be to explain I like other guys. Like the idea of being gay or being a gay man or gay woman.
I
thought about it.
I think it would be way more difficult to explain that, right? Like I can look at you and go, "Hey, by the way, I'm just gay. I like guys. I'm attracted to guys." I'm just giving a soundbite machine today.
Yeah, you are. Keep going, Jimmy.
As opposed to, I don't like sex or I'm not sexually attracted to people. And they tell. There's a story about a 39-year-old woman they tell here, and really part of the reason I'm bringing this up, I want to talk to somebody who's asexual. I've never done that. I've never talked to somebody who simply isn't interested in having a sexual relationship with anybody. One of the texting service says it's not about not having sex; it's you don't have any interest. Well, they pointed out pretty clearly here what asexual is. It actually has a number of meanings.
Okay.
About what it is. This woman is 39 years old, and she said, I knew I was different because when I would be with all my friends and like a good-looking kid would walk out of the store, all the other friends would be like, oh my God, look at that boy, he's so hot. What do you think? And she would not understand what they were all freaking about. She didn't understand the idea of being sexually attracted to him or anybody for that matter. And she knew as a kid that it was kind of odd for her and that she didn't know how to explain what her sexuality was. It says here, I'm trying to find exactly what it says. There's a way that they explain it that makes it very okay. They call themselves aces, by the way. When you're asexual, you're an ace. Right, asexual ace. Gosh. The ace spectrum includes people who
spectrum, great,
who avoid sex entirely, right? Who are willing to have sex and relationships for the sake of their partners. In other words, I could be with somebody, be married to them, have children, have a great relationship, and the entire time I'm having sex with them, I'm only doing it for their benefit. I'm not really getting anything out of it.
Yeah, that was called the 1950s housewife.
and it says,
generations of marriages were built on that.
It says also there are asexual people who enjoy sex when they have it. They just don't seek it out. They don't it's not their number one thing. Like after about 4 or 5 days, I'm like,
yeah, had that before.
You're probably not going to make it past the kitchen when you get home tonight. You type thing. You enter the house through the kitchen in my house. So, yeah, I just never met anybody or spoke to anybody who was asexual.
I bet you have. You just didn't know it.
And maybe so.
They're just not going to tell you. Because think about it. When does that come into conversation? Again, it's so much easier for even Brendan O'Connor, the bungalower, to talk about, he and his gay boyfriend and that you accept. But if someone sat down and said, yeah, I'm asexual. Oh, well, what does that mean? It means I'm not really into sex. What?
I think, and again,
what's wrong with you?
I'll go back. Exactly. I'll go back to that statement. I think it would be way harder to explain. Like if I was a parent and my kid sat down and they were going to have one of those very serious discussions like the dad, I'm gay, or dad, whatever, and they said, Dad, I'm asexual, I think I would be more concerned with their well-being and their mental health of being asexual than I would be if they were to say, hey, I'm gay.
But why?
I don't know because it seems broken. I'm just telling you, it seems broken. I mean, isn't that one of the 3 major thrusts, with no pun intended, we have in life?
All right.
Right?
Drives, baby.
The drives, what do they call them? The drives that we have to stay alive. You eat, you drink, you sleep, you reproduce, right? I mean, as animals, as beings, it is one of the things born to us that you do this. Like involuntarily breathing and then eating when you need to and then drinking when you need to. Things to stay alive. Sex is considered one of those. And you're saying you're not interested in it at all. To me, I'm not saying broken because that sounds so malicious, but something's not amiss, right? If you don't have a normal sex drive where you feel attracted, want to reproduce, isn't that going against everything you're programmed to be as a person?
Yeah, I don't even think that it's from it could be like an outside event. If you're sexually abused as young, I would think that would turn off. I think that could possibly be one route towards being asexual.
Yeah, that would poison sex for the rest of your life.
There's no question. There are a certain percentage of this 1% that fall under that umbrella. There's no question.
Low estrogen,
And they answer a lot of this in this article. It is
culturally, religiously.
It is not short, but what they're talking about in America is simply people who aren't really interested in having a sexual partner. They're not. They don't really look like when somebody walks by that would be stereotypically good looking, that every other guy walking near would turn and look, just simply don't understand. Just keep walking forward.
Well, someone texted us at 77031 and said another term for asexual is shagnostic.
Shagnostic? That's funny. Ace spectrum includes people who entirely avoid sex, are willing to have sex and relationships for the sake of their partners, or enjoy it when they have it, but they don't really seek it out, and they don't feel sexually drawn. And they said that some of these people actually have strong emotions, and a lot of them will only feel like they have sex if they feel a very strong emotional bond, like that deep, that movie love, that movie where the violins come in and play kind of love.
I just don't understand why the need to come out and label what you do. Do your thing, man. You do you.
But I would think that about everything. That goes back to my argument about, why do we need to know that you're gay? I mean, we don't really need to know that anybody's gay or straight or whatever. And this kind of falls on there. It says, I think being ace gives people permission, I think being ace gives people permission, but I wish that people felt like they had permission regardless. In other words, to ask if you're okay. Like, because that's what they say they get. Asexual people get a lot of that. Hey, are you okay? Is everything fine?
Right.
But it's that abnormal, though. Like, I think so, right? I mean, if you had a friend and they told you they weren't interested in having sex, you would automatically go, oh, that's cool. Like, wouldn't you think automatically something's wrong?
No.
They just probably are like, I like saving money or whatever reason that they may have.
Seems like a lot of work. If
That
you think
is
of how
so
much
bizarre to me, guys, that you guys don't believe that's odd. Like that one of your friends came up and they said, "Hey, look, I'm asexual. I'm not interested in sex at all." You wouldn't like that. Would not even make you bat an eye. That would be like, okay, cool, dude, high five. I'm going to play basketball.
To answer your question, would I find it odd? I guess, because we're talking about 1% of the population, so any 1% of anything is always going to be looked at and perceived, it's a screaming minority. But I also, I wouldn't care that much.
Yeah.
Like, I guess I would... I would look at them and go like, all right, do you masturbate? I guess I have that question.
But I mean, I don't even know what you would ask that. But I mean, that doesn't have any when you wouldn't be interested. You wouldn't think to yourself like, man, I wonder why. I wonder why, because it is kind of bizarre, right, to find somebody who's just simply not interested in having sex.
Anything that's 1% is going to be foreign. It's going to be different.
Also interesting too, right?
I guess to a certain degree,
Yeah, sure.
but I would give it I don't know, 2, 3. I don't even know. I really don't think, because that's their business. I wouldn't pry or anything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be vocal about asking them if they. I mean, the one question that I have for it is so you just have stuff inside your body from 98?
Ew.
Or way before?
Well,
I don't know, depending on how old they are. That's the one thing that I would be curious about, but I know I wouldn't ask, because I would look at something else and go, "Whoa, how was that made?" And then I would go about my day.
People are saying here that the texting service checking in said, I heard many aces become that way from alcoholism. They didn't say anything about that in the context of this story. It was just the 1%, and they were talking about just people who had chosen that they weren't going to have sex or did not feel the drive. Almost like it wasn't a choice, going back to the choice thing, the gay or not gay thing. It's just that their drive was not there. Their libido doesn't exist.
And I think that's the part of it, where they finally feel like, all right, well, this is just how I roll.
I'm looking at something right here that says this is a great statement, saying that most people compare, I think it was just compared on this segment, that sex is like eating, it's one of those 3 things: eat, sleep, sex.
Sure, yes.
But the thing is that if you don't eat, you die. If you don't have sex, your life keeps going.
Yeah,
it's not a bare necessity.
But it is one of those drives in life that will make you,
for 99% of the people,
it'll make you risk a lot for that. By the way, somebody just checked in here as well. I've had 3 children and used to love sex. I have not had a sexual desire in over 2 years now, not with myself, with my boyfriend, or anyone else. The thought of sex itself is just sickening to me these days, but I don't think I'm broken.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at them as broken. I look at murderers as broken.
Someone else texted and said that being asexual has never come up in conversation for me. Not even my husband knows. For me, it's just to make sure he's satisfied when we're intimate. For reference, I'm almost 40. And also talk about having children. So it's just understanding the way that you roll and not trying to change it for someone else.
And the more you describe it, the more textures are coming in. They say this pretty much is part of their lives.
That's weird, though, because I wonder if they understand the idea of being asexual means that they completely abstain, with the exception of, like you're saying, the wife who has no interest in sex, doesn't really think about it outside of when her husband wants to have sex with her. Then she kind of goes into that mode, has sex, and then doesn't think about it after that again. For a lot of guys I know, the minute your wife walks in the door, after 2 or 3 days, you're thinking about it. I know I am. I'm not some sexual dynamo. I'm just very attracted to my wife, and I want to have sex. I'm a guy.
Well, some people aren't that attracted to their wives.
Yeah, maybe so. But I haven't hit that thing yet where you kind of start losing interest, because I guess some of that comes with age, or it can. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is none of that, though. What they're saying is this is like from the onset. They notice even since childhood they'd never really had a strong desire to be physical with anybody. From a child, from young.
You're going to save a whole lot more money. If you're asexual and you're not about dates, or some people I would think that are about having a partner, that they just don't have that sexual drive. I mean, you can definitely be in a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Practice abstinence when it comes to sex, and then go about a healthy life as long as your partner is down with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on this planet, you know, that some people are born with both organs.
Right.
It's insane. And to go ahead and go, oh, they're broken or anything like that, it's a spectrum. Human beings are this infinite shades of gray. I never read the book, but...
And you're right, but being a spectrum where, Jimmy, you say, well, asexual is they have no interest, but so there is that spectrum where there are some people who might have a little interest, but, you know, some of their other interests might outweigh that. So for some people, it might be weekly or, nightly, weekly, monthly, 6 months, yearly, and never.
Yeah, the article really just covered a few people, and most of these people had... they led you to believe either made the choice or just from the onset, from a child, remembering like the young lady who said, I remember my friends freaking out to boy bands, and I simply didn't understand that. Or a kid walking out of a shop that all my girlfriends are going crazy over, and she goes, I didn't understand it. I didn't feel that same vibe, and I never did.
I think it's less choice and just more self-acceptance.
Yeah, or... just is.
It just is.
Yeah, I mean,
it just is what it is. And you'll find the ones that are going to tolerate and roll with it, and others who are going to look at you and wonder if you're broken. And those are the first ones you cut.
Sometimes people are born with a whole nother human attached to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything can happen.
407-916-1041. Text me at 77031. Right now, though, load them up because it's time for trivia. We'll do that next. If somebody else writes for the summer of stuff.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
It's Colin Cowherd. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes-AMG.
The Lakers shocked us all last week, making a move to bring in Russell Westbrook. Now, on the surface, it's a weird fit, right? But with LeBron aging and AD's injury history, Russ is probably what LA needs. He'll play hard in the regular season, committed, focused, no BS. Russ won't be the number 1 or number 2 scoring option. That's a good thing for Laker fans. Maybe not such a shocking move after all. I'm Colin Cowherd.
At Mercedes-AMG, giving 110% isn't just possible, it's mandatory. They squeeze every last drop of performance out of every last coupe, sedan, roadster, and SUV. Visit MBUSA.com/AMG. Mercedes-AMG, driving performance.
Guys, with Rebath, you're dealing with a national company out there. This is just not some pop-up contractor out there to make a few bucks. Nope, this is a national company, been in business for many, many years, and that's exactly what they act like. Standards, policies, and procedures to make sure you get the job done on time every time for exactly the number you got quoted. None of those, well, we can't find the tile now, so we have to replace it with this. It's twice the cost. Or switch the products you picked to cheaper products because they can save money. And don't even act like that doesn't happen. It happens all the time, but not with Rebath because they control everything. All the products in-house, all the installs in-house. That's why they're so successful. Plus, they have beautiful products from companies you've known forever. Birch, Kohler, Moen, Delta. That's just a few of them. And they do everything from the tables all the way up to the tile, to the fixtures, to the cabinetry, to the everything is right there with Rebath. You can see it right there on their website at rebathmidfla.com. Check out the before and afters and then book your appointment. Also, you can see the showroom, 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. It's Rebath online, rebathmidfla.com.
The summer of can is here, and since we finally can, let's make it a premium summer. Fancy sausage at the barbecue, a full theater for camping, a fully gold bathing suit at the pool. Because Heineken is made with premium malt and their famous A yeast. So go premium with the crisp, ice-cold can of Heineken. Pick up a pack or get it delivered and put the can back into summer. That can be your six-pack. Must be 21 or over to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
What's your 8-year plan? Because at 7-Eleven, there's over 3,000 ways to brew your personal cup of hot or iced coffee. We've got flavors, mix-ins, creamers, and now there's even more brew options like nitro cold brews, iced cappuccinos, and iced mochas. And with 7 rewards, you can get any size iced coffee for $1. So if you wanted to try something new every day, you'd be all set in about 8 years. You could probably do it in 4, but what's the rush? 7-Eleven, take it to 11. Expires 8/24/21. $1 plus tax where applicable at select stores. See app for terms.
It's happening now. International Diamond Center Spectacular Summer of Savings Event. Your best jewelry buying opportunity of 2021. Now for a limited time, you get IDC's incredible value price, plus 3 years zero interest financing. And IDC will even cover your first 2 payments. And everything's included. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, colored gemstones, Swiss timepieces, even GIA and Forever Mark diamonds. This is truly a spectacular opportunity from the area's premier jeweler. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond stud earrings or anniversary band? With zero interest, your payment just $84 a month, and your first 2 payments are on us. Or if you prefer, take an incredible 25% off any wedding band purchase. Our best wedding band offer ever. International Diamond Center Summer of Savings Event. Our best price guarantee. 36 months zero interest financing and 2 payments on us. Now for a limited time, only at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
If you're attacked by a bear, a dog will throw himself into the mouth of the bear to save you. Dogs are dogs. They pour out their love onto you. Before long, you can't live without them. I have a chocolate cocker spaniel named Lady and a blackmouth cur. He's about 120 pounds, and his name is Arlo. My little cocker, her coat's as soft as a stuffed animal. They're both real soft coats, and my dogs don't have any health problems because they're eating what they need to eat.
DINOVITE.com.
Dynavite is like pouring a multivitamin right onto their food.
The omega-3 fatty acids, flaxseed, zinc, alfalfa, the digestive enzymes that are cooked out of regular dog food.
We'll be scooping our Dynavite onto the food, then squirting the liquor chops and the fish oil. They start salivating.
Dynavite is nutrition.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
It's a lot of responsibility owning a dog. I get my Dynavite at DINOVITE.com.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her husband tragically was unable to call himself, but he had told her, if anything ever happens to me, call Morgan & Morgan. And what higher honor could we receive than protecting someone's family after they're gone? Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, know that America's largest injury law firm is here for you. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Duke Energy is ready to help you through this year's hurricane season. We're investing in a stronger, more resilient grid to help reduce and even prevent outages. And when storms strike, Duke Energy will be there to get the power back on as safely and quickly as possible, while keeping you informed. It's all part of building a smarter energy future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Now that we've all quit Facebook and started talking to each other again. What's that? Nobody's quit Facebook? Facebook.com/RealRadioOrlando. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real radio.
104.1.
Real radio.
104.1.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, celebrating the 40th birthday of MTV, launched on this day.
That hurts.
1981. The master list of the 100 videos they started playing is at JimColbertLive.com right now. It's all YouTube, so you can see the videos. We're playing from that selection today.
Getting older is still better than not.
It is. 100%. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is right there. Jack is here as well.
Good evening.
Let's find out what's in the old sauce jar.
You know, Jim, remember how I kept calling Atlanta United trash?
Yeah.
Well, now you can see Orlando City take on garbage because Orlando City is playing Inter Miami this Wednesday, August 4th at Exploria Stadium at 8 p.m.
Roscoe's full in on these soccer rivalries.
Yeah, he does.
Absolutely. Because we are the soccer capital of the South. And these two teams come in going, we are. And it's like, Playboy, no, you ain't. I hate those two teams, and it's definitely rivalry week when it comes to MLS, and you got to go support your Lions because they are so much fun this year. It is enthralling. It's one of the best experiences tickets that you can get in Central Florida. Also in the Sauce Jar, if you win a trivia, we're going to grab your name. We're going to grab your phone number. We're going to put it on a sexy-ass list, Jim.
List.
And then we are going to choose 3 random people off of said list, and then we're going to give them some of the greatest prizes we've ever given away.
What do you think is a great prize? Tell me.
How about a 70-inch television?
That's pretty dope.
Okay, that's massive.
That's dope. Yeah,
How about
good.
a MacBook Pro?
That's pretty darn good.
I'll take that.
No big deal. Correction, yeah, it is. Cookie Monster. I also have a PlayStation 5 bundle. You still can't find those, but we have one here, and we are giving it away. That is your Sauce Jar, which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local with your move. It can be local or long distance, residential or commercial. They can handle it. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, you'll get a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Deb. Who goes first today, Ross?
Jim, I like my books like I like my people. Biblical. Let's welcome Paul on line 5.
Paul, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing fantastic.
Would you like to play a little game with us?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Game show.
He said hell, Ross.
Because I can say this on the air. Watch me. I'm not asexual. I'll do it. All right, Paul, this is a very easy game. I got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find it, off to the Sauce Jar you go. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. On this day in 1939, director, writer,
Martin Scorsese,
producer,
Good guess, Deb.
considered the Prince of Horror.
Oh,
Stephen King.
That would be the King of Horror.
Oh, Prince of Horror.
Created 2 movie franchises.
Eli Roth?
Created one of the big 3 post-vintage Hollywood characters. Scare characters.
Wouldn't be Vincent Price.
Wes Craven was born.
Damn.
Here are 3
Really?
fun facts.
He's that old?
Here are 3 fun. He's dead. Died in 2015. Here are 3 fun facts about Wes and one lie that'll kill you in your sleep. Are you ready? Number 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because he thought it would curse his movies, he never attended a premiere of any of his films. Number 2, he got his start directing porn. Number 3, he held degrees in English and psychology and a master's in philosophy and writing from Johns Hopkins University. And lastly, he was an avid bird watcher. Which of those is a lie?
Well, going back on my knowledge of Wes Craven and the fact that I had night terrors as a child, so I never saw any of his movies, let's go with B.
Number 2, no, that's true. He got his start. He got to start directing porn.
Well, that can be scary.
Yeah, it was. It was the only way he could get in the business. Actually, his life is a really interesting read.
Really?
This guy is a really interesting cat, by the way, Wes Craven. Who's next, buddy?
Let's welcome Lee.
Lee, right there. Lee, how are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, buddy. Listen, find this about Wes Craven. Are you a big Wes Craven fan by any chance?
I watched the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Yeah, there you go.
Not really.
Very good. All right. Well, in regards to him, there's a couple things. Find the lie here. Because he thought it would curse his movies, he never attended a premiere of any of his films. Number 2, he held degrees in English and psychology and a master's in philosophy and writing from Johns Hopkins University. And lastly, he was an avid bird watcher.
The second one.
No, that's true. He does. He held degrees in English and psychology and a master's in philosophy and writing from Johns Hopkins University.
Which is why he could be so effective with the scare.
And that's exactly the truth. He used his psychology degree to design the idea of fear. And I'll tell you more about that in a second. Who's next?
Jim, you're starting off the week on a strong foot. Let's welcome Evan.
Evan, how are you?
Good, how are you guys?
Good, man. You got a 50-50 shot here. Find this winner for me in regards to Wes Craven, the famous director of horror movies. Number 1, because he thought it would curse his movies, he never attended a premiere of any of his films. And lastly, he was an avid bird watcher.
The first one.
That's the answer, buddy. You are a winner. I'm going to put you on hold. You are now in the summer of stuff. Stuff.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Okay, get out of here. I'd be more excited than that. I got it.
Thank you, guys.
I'll give you a MacBook Pro.
I
Because
appreciate
you
it.
mumble into the mic. A couple other things you may not know about the director Wes Craven. Freddy's sweater is red and green. Any idea why you think that may be the case?
Christmas.
No.
They are the most opposite colors on the color wheel.
They are the most contrasting colors to the retina and the most disturbing. It says they are the most clashing. So when you see those colors together, the brain automatically is in a defensive mode.
Again, going back to his psychology training.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if his philosophy didn't also help with some of those scares.
Which movie do you think A Nightmare on Elm Street was of his? Do you think it was in the beginning of his career, the middle of the career?
I only saw the first.
I believe beginning.
It was his 7th feature film. His 7th movie. He'd already made a bunch of others. Actually made the original Hills Have Eyes. And it was so gory, they had to cut it back because it was going to be rated X if they released it. They actually had to cut it back. He also created a horror movie. Do you guys know the other franchise?
Scream?
Scream, yeah.
Oh, Scream was brilliant.
Yeah, dude. He created... I did not know that until today. I completely forgot. I remember hearing it, but completely forgot. Wes Craven also created Scream. How many people can do that? 2 massive movie horror franchises in one career. You're lucky to even get a breath of one.
Yeah.
He created 2. He was a humanities professor before becoming a filmmaker.
No wonder he got into film.
And lastly here, he directed a Meryl Streep movie that actually got her an Oscar nomination called Music of the Heart. It was a true story about a violinist that he had to personally talk Meryl Streep into before she'd do the role. And his thing was, horror movies don't deliver fear, they realize it. There was a weird quote he had in how fear worked, and he used his studies in psychology to build the idea of a scary movie, and then he would inject those characters. The character of Freddy came from a moment he had when he was 10 years old. He was upstairs playing in his room, and he looked outside, and there was a hobo standing there by the trash cans, and he made eye contact, and he wouldn't stop staring. And that haunted him for years. So when he came back to write A Nightmare on Elm Street, he was channeling those childhood fears, and that hobo struck him down, and he basically fashioned Freddy over that.
It's just like scenes in the movie where he's running, they're running in the nightmare, but they're not going anywhere. We've all experienced that scary dream.
So crazy, man. All right, 407-916-1041. What's up for thoughts, bro?
Just real fast, because I think Freddy Krueger in that story is so beyond fascinating.
It is painfully interesting.
So New Line Cinema is the first. They are the ones that produced A Nightmare on Elm Street. They were basically on the edge of going
out of business.
under.
It saved the whole studio.
Saved the whole thing.
Whoa.
And then guess who goes ahead and makes Lord of the Rings years later? It's New Line Cinema.
Yeah.
You don't get Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings
without
Freddy Krueger.
Absolutely, man. The story of that franchise and that is fascinating. If you want to read Wes Craven's life story, and the story of Nightmare is one of those ever endearing stories of Hollywood.
Fascinating. Guys, I just need to get this off my chest because, we work with each other Monday through Friday. I need to explain to you why I don't think I'm going to be a very happy camper this month.
All right, we'll do that next.
This month.
Okay.
This month?
That usually happens.
Oh.
With asexual?
When the rolling blackouts hit, you can still get us on a radio.
Remember those?
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Well, officials are working to clear an accident eastbound on I-4 approaching US Highway 27 that's blocking the left lane in Polk County. It's stop and go from 27 all the way to Osceola Polk Line Road. Westbound also bumper to bumper between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. And we're seeing delays heading south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Whether you're craving a breath of fresh mountain air, an exciting new adventure, or just some free babysitting from Grandma, Amtrak can get you there. With more than 500 destinations across the country, everything you're missing, just an Amtrak away.
Man, do you experience red, itchy, and often burning sensation in your eyes when you wear your contact lenses? Well, you could be a sufferer of contact lens intolerance, or CLI. And look, man, CLI symptoms are more common than you think, and many people experience eye pain and discomfort for years before discovering this issue. The good thing is the Filatowski Eye Institute can help. They're recognized leaders in vision correction surgery. The Filatowski Eye Institute will identify your issue and then recommend the best option for you. They do this every single day, and they can help you right now. All you have to do is text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free vision correction consultation. Again, it's easy, guys. Simply text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Jurassic World Velocicoaster. Now open at Universal Orlando Resort. Visit universalorlando.com for important safety guidelines.
Real Radio 104.1 wants to send you to Universal Orlando Resort. We have your chance to win a prize package to explore their incredible theme parks. Log on to realradio.fm/contest for your chance to win.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Do you need your contractor's license? In 4 short weekends with Camtech School of Construction, you'll be ready to ace the state exam. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. Join us for a free info seminar this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Holiday Inn Universal. 1-800-875-PASS.
Spectrum Business called their competitors to see if any of them could beat Spectrum's Business Internet Plus phone offer for $69.98 per month with no added phone taxes or fees. Here are real quotes from the competition.
How are they pulling in no fees and taxes? That's madness.
I would 100% go with Spectrum.
Even the competition recommends Spectrum Business. Call 855-339-5344 and switch to Spectrum Business today.
Competitor quotes from actual phone conversations. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we help our members execute missions every day, like Operation...
Earn cash back on tutus, dance lessons, and tiaras, so I can get a little more towards something for me.
Or Operation...
Pay for soccer, pay for piano, pay for dinner. Then use the cash back on something for mama.
The Cash Rewards card from Navy Federal gives you 1.5% cash back on purchases and has your back with fraud protection. Apply now. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members of the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Insured by NCUA.
Hey, what's good, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. You know how I feel about craft beers, and one of the best spots to go get you some is Tampa Bay. Why don't you plan a trip out to Tampa Bay? And while you're out there, sign up for Bay Crafted Pass. With the Bay Crafted Pass, you can earn yourself a pint glass, a t-shirt. All you have to do is go to baycrafted.com. You sign up there, put your information there, and you can earn yourself a pint glass or a t-shirt. While you're in Tampa Bay, make sure you visit Cigar City. Make sure you visit Motorworks. Tampa Bay, best concentration of craft breweries in Central Florida, and it's brought to you by Bay Crafted, baycrafted.com. Sign up now.
A bounce check can be expensive. Why risk it when an Amscot cash advance could cost a lot less? Up to $500 on the spot with no credit check, and it won't hurt your credit rating. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
Florida, get ready for more savings at Walmart. Ooh, I can't wait. No sales tax weekend, July 31st to August 9th. Save more on the latest fashion, tech, and school supplies.
I'll get everything my kids need for school.
Cool sneakers and the latest styles from Justice, Reebok, and more.
And I'll get everything I want for me.
Don't miss No Sales Tax Weekend, Florida, July 31st to August 9th. Shop more with no sales tax on top of our everyday low prices at Walmart. Here we go. Offer good only in Florida on eligible items July 31st to August 9th, 2021.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track. Daytona, a last chance to keep playoff hopes alive. It's time to bring your friends and family to watch the drama unfold up close and in person. NASCAR comes to Daytona International Speedway August 27th and 28th. Tickets start at just $49. Get yours at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
Doug. And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
With RP Funding's digital mortgage, you can refinance your home loan to today's low rates from the comfort of your own home. Get started today and let me pay your closing costs. Lock in your low rate before it's too late. Visit rpfunding.com. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing Lender.
Any legal issue, Kramer Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. My mom has had a very difficult last month. I just found out during the last segment my mother is positive for COVID-19.
Oh, no.
So it just keeps getting better and effing better every minute of the day, and trying to get my mom in a position where she can just enjoy her life.
Was she vaccinated?
No, I don't think so.
Perfect segue for this Ross Thoughts, by the way.
My mom just texted and said, Jimmy, I guess here's the best thing about my mother. God bless her. Jimmy, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I just found that I'm COVID-19 positive, so I'm going to have to be in quarantine for at least 14 days. Just letting me know that I wouldn't be able to call up or go up and visit or anything like that for at least 2 weeks. There you go. And can I tell you, no different than anybody else out there is dealing with.
I know.
With their parents dealing with this, and nursing homes that went through there like fire. God almighty. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. Deb is here along with Jack. Let's get some Ross thoughts.
It's weird.
Oh, man.
It's funny.
Today is cranky.
Sometimes.
I'm a crank man.
It's Ross.
Just like Mike?
Spelled like
I don't know who Mike is.
It's Ross.
Our angry man who called us earlier.
No, I'm cranky
Never
about
remembers
one
names.
thing. All right, first of all, here's my question for you guys. Off rip. Do you guys have a favorite month?
April. Yes.
Yeah, April's your favorite month?
Yeah, birthday.
All right. Also Hitler's, but let's move on.
Hey!
October, because of Halloween, it's the first taste of fall.
November, because fall has set in. It's the first change of weather we get for the year where it starts cooling.
Yeah, okay.
No AC. Yeah.
Well, I'm right there with you guys with November. I like November. Oh, you see Christmas on the horizon. You're like, oh, wait, hold on. We got to spend a day being thankful.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the family months as well, you know.
All the smells and scents of November.
Oh.
Just a beautiful time. Jim, you got a worse month?
August.
August is the worst month.
August is the worst month. Dog days of summer are the worst days. This is the worst time of the year
the
right here
hottest.
before. It's the worst.
Everyone,
this is the worst. It's oppressive.
Everyone just smells like ass.
Yeah.
This month.
Hey, wait a minute.
Sucks. This is the worst month. Deb, you got a worse month? Think about it. And tell me then, why is it still August? It's August. Jack.
It is August.
August is the worst.
August, buddy.
This month.
My wife's birthday is the only shining moment this entire month.
Same. Your wife's birthday is the only thing that makes me go, I guess that's cool.
Right.
Like, there's no holiday.
Yeah.
There's no holiday in August.
No.
We had July 4th. What's up?
Kids go back to school in August?
Yeah. The kids go back to school. I think I've always hated August ever since I was in school.
Yeah.
Back in middle school when I realized that I finally memorized all the months, which, by the way, still, as I speak to you, little rough, little patchy.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about it. I would. I'm not going to do it, but just know that me remembering the months is like me with analog clocks. It's like I got to do a little math.
Right. I got you.
I hate this month. There's nothing good about it. And I looked it up online of going like, why do I hate August? And guess what? I am not alone.
Yeah, no, it's easy to hate.
It lacks identity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just people. If I'm a parent, I'm pissed.
Bro, it seems long. It's like a kid telling you a joke. It never ends.
How is August 31 days? But it's more like half a year.
It does. It's the only 31 days. It feels like 41 days.
So I go ahead. I research like, man, am I the only person who feels this way towards August?
And these are the days where they're the longest. So you're getting them, and it doesn't get dark until 9. It's hot the entire effing time. I'm with you, dude. I'm pissed.
Oh, God. If August had a face, I'm sticking it.
Yeah.
I wish August had a mouth so I can make it bleed. I would make this month bleed. There's nothing good.
August has Jim Jordan face.
Oh, God, no one likes Jim Jordan's face.
So punchable.
And then and here's the thing. I'm man enough to come out and say, and by man enough, I mean woman enough to let you guys know that I enjoy a good pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
I am fine with some artificial pumpkin flavoring.
About one of those a year will do it, though.
You think so? Is that for you?
About one of those a year will do it. That you drink it, you go, okay. Have that.
I'm good.
That's like a McRib.
But this is when it starts revving up. This is when the pumpkin spice stuff starts hitting the real passionate pumpkin spice latte people.
Oh, yeah. You mean the moms who can't wait to get to Facebook?
No, wait. Just wait. Not even September. All right? September has got August beat by a mile. And 9/11 happened in September, and I'll still take August. You know what? Sure, 9/11 happened in September, but they were stoked in the month of August.
right.
They were preparing in the month of August.
August sucks.
It's the worst. It
sucks.
So I find out that I'm not the only one. August blues is a thing.
Is it really? Is it in conjunction with the dog days of summer?
I saw multiple articles about why people hate August. One reason is that they're like, oh man, my summer sucked. Summer's over.
Right.
There it is. I didn't live it up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do
you're
anything.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't even go to the beach.
By August, I mean you're petering out. Your summer's starting to kind of whittle down.
Kids are depressed because they're going back to school.
Yeah.
Parents are furious because they just had to buy another backpack for the 14th time.
Oh, you got that right.
Oh, Jack, let it out.
Hey, buddy, you ain't even made it to school clothes yet.
Listen, you haven't even made it.
I need to go to Staples this weekend because my printer ran out of ink at home, and I was behind like 4 parents buying stuff. Jesus H. My God, how much money do those people take from you for school stuff? 2 girls. And I was like, what was that number you just said? 400 and what?
God,
get out of here with that.
Also, side note, what does H stand for when it comes to Jesus? Do we know that? Is it holy?
Don't ask a dumb question.
You know why I asked that dumb question? Because it's August 2nd.
Yeah. It stands for August.
It's God.
Jesus, August Christ. Everybody knows that.
There's only one thing about August that has a small amount of redeemable thing.
A glimpse of redemption?
Yeah.
What is that?
And it's that it's a tax holiday.
Is it?
Yippee,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
But just for kids.
Yeah, just for kids.
Just for school stuff, it even loses there.
For calculators and stuff. Oh, cool. Thanks for reminding me how much the government has been railing me my entire life, August.
And what other month would the eviction moratorium end than in August?
Of course. Oh, my God. We're going to see homeless children this August. That's coming down the pipeline. People are going to lose their homes in this god-awful month.
Could you imagine? I don't even want to make any light of that whatsoever. Being evicted in August.
Oh, yeah. At least it's really nice out. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
You're close enough to Florida weather being almost there, but it's not even close, really.
Oh, yeah.
You're just sweating. I wonder, I guess July is that the hottest?
No, August is the hottest month of the year.
Look at that.
I think across the board, across the states, August is by far the hottest year.
So it's literally the closest thing to hell.
Yeah. I think every day this month so far, well, I mean going into this month, but every day is an average of 90 degrees or higher.
God.
It was 90 degrees in my house this morning at 10:15.
There's a God-forsaken 31 days. I understand other months do that, but why did it have to fall on August?
I don't know, buddy.
What's going on with you this month?
It's August. That's what I'm saying, Deb. I'm not sure if I've been a little confusing on this Rostos here.
You've been a little cloudy on it, and I'm not sure how you felt about it.
No, worked with him for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's the first I've heard the August hate.
He's very angry about
it. I'm allowed to. If I can ask if you're asexual, I can ask you what the hell's up with August.
He has a point.
I can stomach
Thank you, Jim.
August for only a couple of years, and now I'm just here getting just venting about this godforsaken month.
And you said your favorite month was November?
I love November because all of a sudden you're like, oh, what's that? A small need for a jacket?
Do you think most people would say their favorite month is December simply because of Christmas, or that would actually be the opposite because of Christmas?
The one thing that is too much for me for December is like, sure, August, you're like buying backpacks and clothes for your kids, and here we go again.
Yeah.
But in December, it's still gifts. I think they're probably close to the same amount of an expense.
Just the stress of December, I think, is a bit much for people.
But here's the thing: when you buy your kids or a calculator, they don't even want the damn calculator.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why you're buying that is because you got some Miss Reynolds from 4th grade giving you a little dumb list.
Got to know how to multiply fractions, buddy.
God.
Oh, the graphing calculator. That's where they get you.
I remember buying those at $160 a piece.
End me.
Yeah.
You know what's even better is when you buy that $30 calculator and 2 weeks into school, they come home and go, I lost it.
Yeah.
I don't know where I dropped it, but I have to have one by tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we bought one, and we told them, you guys need to figure out how to share this because it is ridiculous. It was so expensive.
God, I hate this month. Those are your Ross thoughts.
Yeah. March, how do you feel about March?
I'm fine with March because at least
March
it's a
is great.
verb.
Oh, March is awesome.
I can march. I can live in March. I'm fine with March. Yeah. One syllable. August. Sounds German. Sounds a little...
One of the worst horoscope signs, too, right, Leo?
Oh.
My wife's one. God almighty. God. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
August! Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the rest. Buy from the best. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Well, officials are working to clear an accident eastbound on I-4 approaching U.S. Highway 27 that's blocking the left lane in Polk County. It's stop and go from 27 all the way to Osceola Polk Line Road. Westbound also bumper to bumper between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. And we're seeing delays heading south on 429 between Sinclair Road and I-4. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Florida Cancer Specialists.
During the pandemic, many people have postponed screenings like mammograms or biopsies, and now we're seeing more patients with advanced cancer. Florida Cancer Specialist urges you not to skip recommended screenings. More at flcancer.com/get-screened.
FAS Windows and Doors can help your home, really help your home, help your AC a lot, because those single pane aluminum frame windows you have right now are just killing your wallet. Absolutely killing it, and it's killing your AC as well. When you get those double insulated vinyl windows from FAS Windows and Doors, it seals your home up, which means your AC has to work less, which makes it last longer, also saving you money on your energy bills. And your house feels amazing. It sounds amazing because it also stops a lot of noise as well. They can do that with the doors inside and outside. FAS, easy to find their showroom on Fairbanks and I-4, and the windows have come a long way, man. Great designs, beautiful installation. Everything you want from your windows is happening right now at FAS Windows and Doors. Log on and book your appointments today at faswd.com.
What? Just 15 seconds to talk about Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea? That smooth taste of real brewed tea with just the right kick of alcohol. What? We started already. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
Need to turn your home equity into cash? This is Robert Palmer, and home values are at an all-time high. Smart homeowners are accessing home equity at today's low rates, but don't use your home equity to pay closing costs. Let me pay them instead. Visit rpfunding.com for details. NMLS 70168, Equal Housing.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, get a $10 gift card when you buy a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 motor oil for $27.99. A deal so rich, they'll call you an oil tycoon. Yep, with great oil for $27.99 and $10 back. All you'll need is a monocle. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include state local taxes or recycling fees. Advertised sales price may not be available in some states. Rebate restrictions apply. Offer ends 8/31/21.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Florida, get ready for more savings at Walmart. Ooh, I can't wait. No sales tax weekend, July 31st through August 9th. Save more on the latest fashion, tech, and school supplies.
I'll get everything my kids need for school.
Cool sneakers and the latest styles from Justice, Reebok, and more.
And I'll get everything I want for me.
Don't miss No Sales Tax Weekend, Florida, July 31st through August 9th. Shop more with no sales tax on top of our everyday low prices at Walmart. Here we go. Offer good only in Florida on eligible items July 31st to August 9th, 2021.
You grabbed a nice coffee and muffin this morning. You made it to work exactly on time. You're feeling like a 10, but there's something that comes after 10. 11. Feeling like an 11 looks like grabbing a nice coffee, a slice of pizza, and a trucker hat for breakfast. Because pizza's an anytime meal. And because you're trying to bring trucker hats back. 11 is buying toilet paper and sidewalk chalk. Because they're both things that you absolutely need. And yes, you did all that. Got to work on time, snuck 7 select kettle chips into your first meeting, and shared them with the CEO. That's so 11. 7-Eleven. Take it to 11.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally, they're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Get $10 off your next 3 orders for a savings up to $30. Offer valid with digital coupon.
Right from the start, we've always been on the go. And once we got going, we never slowed down. So for the past 100 years at Pep Boys, we've kept our promise to keep you moving. And we plan on keeping it for at least 100 more. Pep Boys, we go further to help you go farther. Now through August 31st at Pep Boys, get free installation instantly on a set of 4 Michelin or BF Goodrich tires. See pepboys.com for complete details.
Happy birthday to the rebel that started a revolution that changed music, changed fashion, changed the world. MTV. Download the free iHeartRadio app and celebrate MTV at 40. Podcast with the pioneers of music television, sharing never-before-told stories. MTV at 40 playlist with the biggest songs from the year MTV debuted and the iconic MTV Unplugged playlist, along with the return of MTV's Behind the Music.
Oh, man, thank you, MTV.
MTV at 40. Available now on the free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, one thing we failed to mention a number of times, we do get a lot of people who text the show during the day. We appreciate every one of them. We really do. We don't unsubscribe you. So if you ever got a message on the texting service that you've been unsubscribed, that doesn't happen.
Right.
And no show does that. Not one person on the air has ever unsubscribed. I don't even know that we can do that. What happens, though, is if you type a certain word and you use a certain word in a certain way, and I think
quit, stop, or end.
Right, yeah.
At anywhere in your message, you are going to get an automated response that says you have been unsubscribed.
Yeah, and people get real mad and they start typing stuff that they shouldn't be typing because they're real mad. They thought they get let go.
Yeah,
and then when I tell them, oh, everything's fine, they feel really terrible.
Yeah.
Although I love those apologies afterwards, I don't really need them.
I just had an email that said, I thought Real Radio was real. It's like, oh, yeah, you really got an auto message back that just said. Now, here's the deal. We don't keep a subscriber database for you to be subscribed or unsubscribed to. Like, we don't send out mass text to any database.
No.
When you, if you type the word quit or end, you're unsubscribed from a database that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it is.
So you can still text us. We still get your texts.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're an ass, we still might text back.
Yeah.
Might.
Look, I've been tempted to send people back with who are being douchebags, and then when they're a douchebag, they'll use a word that ends it, and they'll get the unsubscribed. They're like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Come on. What are you, some kind of baby? What up?
Yeah.
I'm like, trust me, buddy, you don't have it in your repertoire to take me down with that. So just let's stick there. And then secondly, no, nobody cares enough to stop your stupid comments. We're super glad we can occupy some of your space during the day.
You're welcome.
That's one of my favorite parts, though, when people are like, oh, really?
But the best,
you guys are trying to silence me?
The best thing is they get that unsubscribe and then they lose their mind, texting you F this, blank this, F this. And then I respond to the one where they're calling me all the names and be like, you didn't get unsubscribed, bro. You're perfectly cool. They're like, oh, man, I'm sorry. I've been listening all this time. I love you so much.
Yes, that's why
you just used all your curse words for the year on me. You just used all of them. The ones you're supposed to save from when you're mad, you just used on me for no reason.
I don't know how many thousands of texts we get in a day, but you do get people texting thinking they're the only one.
I know.
And then thinking, why have you not responded to me? How come you haven't done this?
It's because they're going by faster than I can read them. I have to scroll back during the breaks to even read half of them.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. You guys need to remember it's like 200 text messages every 90 seconds, and we cannot keep up.
All right, 407-916-1041, text us 77031. Now, Deb, I know we have some news coming out. Starliner was canceled Friday. If you did get a chance to listen to the Mike Leinbach interview, I'm sure it's up at JimColbertLive.com for the podcast. He's a former launch director for NASA. We talk to him occasionally. Great guy, by the way. Very informative. We talked to him about the idea of what's happening with all these privatized space programs, and it got canceled because of weather on Friday. Do we have an update?
Well, actually,
I thought it was just a hot take or a bad joke.
It wasn't weather. If you remember, it was the brand new Russian module that had arrived from Kyrgyzstan 8 days before, and then inexplicably just started firing its thrusters, which took the International Space Station out of orbit. Jimmy, you're going to love this. So the Boeing Starliner capsule, which was set to launch at 2:53 on Friday afternoon until the Ruskies set it up, or screwed it up. It's now set for launch tomorrow. It's going to happen at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Time from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Of course, this is on our Space Coast. It's going to dock for about 24 hours later at the International Space Station. This is what's interesting. The story said a software error prevented it from launching last week. No, it's not a software error.
The irony of you being hacked.
Exactly. So 1:20 tomorrow afternoon, look for Boeing Starliner launch. Of course, the first time it launched, they had a computer malfunction and it couldn't meet up with the ISS, so it was a little bit of a whoop, there she goes. And then this time the Russians decided to inadvertently fire their thrusters. And ladies, you know, I don't need to tell you how much that
Also, prematurely fired thrusters.
Seriously, it's a way to ruin the night.
There's a pill for that.
I don't like Russia, but their architecture is pretty cool.
Yeah, some of it's good.
I've always thought, like, those buildings are like, what acid trip engineer came out with
I will tell you, though, it doesn't fit what you think Russians are, though. That's the problem. You think all Russians just live in giant gray square homes. To see that really ornate architecture doesn't really fit what we know of Russia.
If you're watching the Olympics and for the gold, it's the Russian Olympic Committee against China. Who are you rooting for?
Russia.
I'm gonna.
No. Yes.
That hurt to say.
Russia. I'd have to root for Russia.
Tough, right?
Very.
I wouldn't root. I'd still root for America.
The whole state-sponsored doping program really put a thorn in my side. So I'm gonna.
I don't know. China's just as guilty of that.
There's a history of it. God, they've been doing it for years. I mean, they used to make fun of it in American movies. Remember how they made fun of Drago? How they're jacking him full of steroids? That was in like '85.
Yeah, and I'm still not over it.
Yeah, man.
And they just got caught.
They've been doing this forever. But they're sketchy AF. They have been forever.
China has the edge on gold medals, so that we need to catch them.
Yeah, but the thing is with
China. I'm going to go with China over Russia.
Wow. You and LeBron, huh? Good.
I mean, hey, I'm in a lose-lose here. I'm either going to suck that way or suck this way. So,
all right.
Hey, now.
Oh, the Chinese are probably going to hurt you less. 407-916-1041. Text us again, 77031. We talked at the beginning of the show. If you are a criminal, all right, let's say you robbed a home, right?
All right.
And the alarm goes off, the cops are dispatched. And as the cops are dispatched, you are now running through a neighborhood, and you're trying to get away from these cops. And you hear a cop say, release the canine. Now, you know what's going to happen, right? I mean, you know the canine's coming at you.
You're about to lose.
And it is going to be hurty.
Saw a video of that recently. Guy who took some Florida deputies on a high-speed chase, crashed the vehicle, ran into the woods. Guy yelled, canine. But, Port St. Lucie canine, and guess where the canine? Belgian Malinois. Guess where he took the guy down?
By the nuts?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they like to do.
Yeah,
I think
actually.
they can command that, by the way. Get them in the nuts.
I don't know, but the guy was screaming, and the deputy was like, he's not going to let go until you're handcuffed.
Right. So if this animal came around, let's say you're standing here and you're hiding, and you hear a canine, they open the door, but instead of a dog that comes running around the corner, it's a robot dog. It's one of those robot dogs you've been seeing online for a while, because in Honolulu, Hawaii, they are now using these robot dogs in a limited capacity to see how they work, to see how people respond to them, how officers respond to them, and how the public responds to them. And it says here, if you're homeless and looking for a temporary shelter in Hawaii's capital, expect a visit from a robotic police dog that will scan your eye to make sure you don't have a fever. That's just one of the ways public safety agencies are starting to use Spot, the best known of a new commercial category of robots that trot around with human or animal-like agility. Guys, let me tell you something. If I'm a budding criminal and I'm running and I get the choice of the Malinois or the laser-shooting robot dog that can flat jump 17 feet in the air and donkey kick my eye out, but the whole time zip-tying my throat, I'll take that Malinois every day. Chances are I can make it past there. Even as a nutless eunuch, I can make it through that without this robot dog shooting my larynx out from 400 yards away. This thing is bananas looking.
Yeah, no, I've seen them, but you've only told us that it checks your temperature.
But that's what they're using it for this time. But
scanning
what I'm saying
your
is,
eye.
They are using them as watchdogs. They're going to start breaking them out into real life scenarios where they will be used to subdue criminals. They're like drones, but they're saying that it's that usable. Like no different than you take a drone and fly it over something to get information that way. You can send these damn robot dogs into any situation. They're virtually just, you can't destroy them almost.
Yeah,
$150,000 of the money they spent to buy this from Boston Dynamics. Of course, we've seen all of the videos where these things can jump, stop, roll, take a bullet. You can kick it. It can get back up. It'll never stop on the directive. And I think you can arm them as well. They're using them for this as to get them acclimated into the city, apparently.
It's happening. It's coming. It's coming. Cyberdyne, baby.
Yeah.
It is.
It says here, we haven't had a single person out there that said, that's scary, that's worrisome. We just don't walk around with and arbitrarily scan people. And when you see this thing, it looks like it's coming out of a horror film. It does. It looks like a War of the Worlds kind of machine, but of course not on that scale.
In some ways, though, I feel like this is almost old news. Obviously, we don't see many robot dogs yet. But you brought up drones. We've been doing this to, in warfare.
Yeah.
That's not a person flying that, and it's doing a lot of destruction.
Yeah, there's somebody flying it. Somebody's flying the drone, right?
Someone's flying it, but no one's in it.
No, nobody's in it. But these robot dogs are the same way. Somebody runs
That's what I'm saying.
Like just like a dog. Just like a drone. But the good thing about this is like, let's say somebody's holed up in a house, right? And they have hostages. You can't fly a drone, theoretically. You can't fly a drone into a house when it's all boarded up or whatever.
You can blow it up.
But
we do that all the time.
You could, but you could also create a hole somewhere in the house where the person isn't so the dog can get in there and kind of move around. And also, you can weaponize the damn thing. You could put like percussion grenades on it. You could put a super bright light on it. You could also have a two-way, almost like a FaceTime scenario where you could have conversations with the perpetrator. Like if it's a hostage scenario, rather than just a phone, you have face-to-face with them. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here. It is trippy looking, though, man. When you look at it, again, I think I would rather have a regular dog come around the corner because I can kind of get some beef jerky out and maybe buy myself a couple minutes. This thing is not going to respond to that.
No.
Take it from someone who got bit by one of those damn dogs. From this show. Let me remind you of that.
I wasn't there that day. Don't like blame all of us.
I think you were definitely there.
I was definitely not there.
He was not there.
No, he was not there. Jack
Both times?
No, both times he was not there.
Well, sorry.
I would have never signed off on that, buddy. No,
Yeah, I know.
You signing a release.
Yeah, I definitely got bit.
Why you wore a helmet?
I had the dog-proof suit. I had a helmet after the like 2 times.
No, it was interesting because at the end, right before you came out, they're like, "You think you should have a helmet?" Yeah, let's go ahead and get him a helmet.
Yeah, and then of course,
the last thing that Malinois went for was to literally rip your head off from the top of your head. Ross's neck just extended,
like opened you up like a Go-Gurt.
I shook one. I do remember that.
Oh, you did shake one, and they made us cut the video. That was kind of funny.
Yeah,
because you did put a little juke on him a little bit.
I hit him with the LaDainian and Tomlinson right there real quick.
He went by you going like 40.
Yeah.
It took him a minute to slow down.
Yeah.
Oh, but buddy, he was pissed when he got back up.
Yeah, I know. I still lost a lot.
I had a Tomlinson on my fantasy team. He did well for me.
They're saying here that it doesn't think for itself, so you happen to see one of these out and around when they get more and more common, which it's going to get. For the record, this is going to happen. Even 150K. I mean, when you're sending these things in instead of live officers to handle situations, I mean, look. I don't mean to bring this up in a comical manner. Could you imagine if one of this was during Pulse? If we had the ability to send one of these robot dogs in there and didn't have to wait for 30 minutes while we heard shots going off inside that place, that you could send something in like this to at least distract the shooter,
or
anything,
survey it. Yeah, get some intelligence. Yeah,
right. Figure out where it is, map the place, shoot
don't know.
him through the wall, whatever.
Someone said there's an episode of Black Mirror with a robotic dog. I'm gonna have to check that out.
They're saying
Black Mirror is a good show.
Yeah, it is a great show,
but it is a show, and I'm not saying that this isn't from out of our foreseeable future. And I know that there's one very popular video of one of these. It's actually Boss Town Dynamics on that. It was like a CG video, but here's the thing: it's like it's so close that it's very hard for people to tell, and it's also in our foreseeable future.
Oh yeah.
Now it says these aren't marketed to police departments yet. They're saying it's just basically a camera on a mobile device, but it's actually way more than that because when they start talking about what it can do, it said earlier this year, her police division sent in its spot on the side of a deadly drug lab explosion. So it was on the Belgian border. This is over in Europe. They sent it in. There's a giant drug lab explosion. They don't know what's going on. You can't get in there because of the dangers of the chemical aspect of the drug. And then, of course, the fire and destructive aspect. But you can send a robot dog in there when it can handle 350, 400-degree temperatures. And it just kind of walks right in there like the Terminator. You can do whatever the hell you want. And they're saying it's just plug and play. These things are very easy to maneuver. The officers get practice on it. The battery life is good. And it has a lot of possibilities.
So are you
pretty cool?
Are you down with this, or are you not down with it?
Man, if I ran a police department and in an area where you have serious issues, whether it be like St. Louis, Chicago, Houston, Orlando. I don't know if you guys know. Watch the news. We're getting a lot of shootings around here.
Yeah, I've seen someone get shot here.
And you're able to deploy this thing and kind of roll into a scenario and not really have to worry about casualty scenarios. Are you kidding me? I would actually think about figuring out in the budget how to figure out how to get one of these things. If it came to buying some tank that we have that sits in a hangar most of the time, it gets used once every 36 months, and it costs $1 million to build, Line up 6 or 7 of these damn things and mount a big AK on the back of it or whatever. I don't care. But these things are incredible. I mean, simply incredible. I'm thinking about basically you have a dog that's a machine that you can do whatever you want. It's loyal to a T.
I wouldn't call it a dog. I would just call it a 4-legged robot.
Yeah, it's kind of
because it doesn't really resemble a dog. It doesn't move like a dog. It will be interesting to see how. And again, I believe this study in Honolulu. From what I read, it's like a tent city that they're practicing with
That's
these
exactly.
in.
I mean, just like it is in L.A.
So
though,
it'll
right?
be interesting to see how the regular public would respond to that.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. They're thinking about them in the military faction right now in demilitarized zones where they can send them in without the worry of casualties.
Right, where IEDs.
But they've used this before. Even in 2016, they quote a thing where Dallas in 2016 they had a sniper that they couldn't get to, and they just loaded up a remote control car with explosives and drove it in there close to where they were and then hit the detonator. So it was basically the same exact thing. Could you imagine this thing with a grenade launcher on it or something like that? It would be incredible.
Oh, so now we're going to weaponize it.
Oh, yeah,
How about lasers and go right to lasers?
Sure. I mean, that's what you need it for, though.
Sharks with lasers.
You have to end people that are doing the damage, Jack. All right, 407-916-1041. Hey, Lon, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. This is great about robots for military and police, and it's important, and I think they will have their place. But I think you're missing the most important issue, and that's when are the Japanese going to perfect the perfect woman that you have sex with, and then you just flip a switch and there's no more talking. That's what's important. That's what we should be discussing.
Well, we just spoke to an asexual. It's good to know they do exist.
I think asexuals are out there going, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Whoa.
No, I don't think.
Don't
no.
put Lon on us.
Yeah, he seems to have a desire for it, so I don't think he counts as asexual. Maybe more of an incel.
There you go.
I would not trust that guy with my outlet.
With my phone charger. That's funny. He was very specific.
That's what we should be talking
when
about.
When are Japanese robot women going to come to their senses and give me something?
And then you flip them over and hit a switch, and you don't have to hear them talk no more.
You know, because Japanese women are known for their chatter.
Yeah, that was one hell of a phone call.
He had that tone.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He had that tone. Mom says I should look at this.
It's nice to know, though, that RoboCop is real.
Yeah, right. All right, 407-916-1041. Of course, always text us at 77031. You guys want to get somebody else registered for the summer stuff?
Yeah, let's do that.
We should do that with Last Call, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do that now. Load them up for Last Call. Summer stuff is on the way. Ross, beat yourself up with the mic some more.
Just stop that.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for Last Call. 407-916-1041. Brought to you by Heineken.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. With thunderstorms the rule through midweek, numerous thunderstorms each day, especially after lunchtime, becoming more scattered in nature as we head toward the weekend. Still a lot of storms out there. Heavy rains, frequent cloud to ground lightning, wind gusts past 45, all common features. The low tonight, 77. Storms ending before 11 p.m. Tomorrow's high, 93. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Amtrak. Amtrak. Whether you're craving a breath of fresh mountain air, an exciting new adventure, or just some free babysitting from Grandma, Amtrak can get you there. With more than 500 destinations across the country. Everything you're missing? Just an Amtrak away.
You know, that big doorbell company out there at it again, this time sharing your internet with your neighbors. And the best part, there's no way for you to know which neighbors. And some internet providers can flag your account because this could violate your internet agreement. Allowing strangers to connect to your internet is inherently risky, and sharing your internet connection could pose a risk that you could get access to all of your data and get that ripped off. You don't want that. All that banking, all that info going back and forth across your Wi-Fi, that could get hacked, but not with SafeTouch. That's why why smart shoppers only use SafeTouch Security. SafeTouch system assures you complete peace of mind that you have the best security available. Even your cameras are protected by the SafeTouch system. And with that SafeTouch system, not only can you get the fastest possible emergency response, you have complete control of your system, your cameras, and your internet. And they start as low as $29.95 a month. You simply can't beat it. For the coverage, it is the best. The equipment is incredible, and it's easy to use. You can teach your kids to use it in seconds. I'm not joking. It's that good. For that free demo and consultation, contact these guys today. I know you'll be impressed. Log on and book that appointment. It's safetouch.com. State license ZF233.
The Summer of Trucks sales event is going on right now down at Nations Trucks. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, and GMC. Interest rates as low as 1.99% and no payments till November with approved credit. Start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
A SunTrust checking account lets you stay on top of your money and help it grow. Plant the seeds for your goals with access to financial resources and tools. Keep an eye on your spending, hedging and managing it by setting limits on our mobile app. And rake in cash back on debit card purchases from your favorite retailers with SunTrust deals. With all the right tools, your account can blossom. Open an account today at suntrust.com/checking. Must have online banking to participate in SunTrust deals. SunTrust, now Truist. Member FDIC.
Dunkin' Go-Tos are great deals on 2 of your Dunkin' favorites. You can get 2 egg and cheese wake-up wrap sandwiches for $2, 2 sausage, egg, and cheese wraps for $3, 2 bagels with cream cheese spread for $4, and 2 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants for $6. America runs on Dunkin'. No substitutions. Exclusions apply. Participation may vary. Must buy 2.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
For many men, divorce brings a bewildering sense of loss. You feel adrift, isolated, like you're the only person in the world. But the good news is, you're not alone. Cordell & Cordell can help guide you through all aspects of divorce. Let us be there for you.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Napa know-how.
Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is just $18.99. It keeps your engine from breaking down without breaking the bank. Yep, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic for $18.99 is not just a great deal. It's the break you've been waiting for. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include state local taxes or recycling fees. Advertised sales price may not be available in some states. Offer ends 8/31/21.
Did you know that Solis Health Plans gives you up to $1,200 per year in OTC products? Yes, up to $1,200 per year in OTC products. Brand name quality products. That's a relief. Furthermore, with Solis, you don't have a copay when visiting primary doctors or specialists. 0. Call now and join a local health plan that makes a difference. 1-833-33-SOLIS. 1-833-33-SOLIS. Solis Health Plans. Amazing healthcare just around the corner.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Name one small insurance company. Couldn't think of one, could you? Didn't think so. Most insurance companies are big, really big. They have thousands of lawyers. Imagine it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, birds singing. You're on your way to work, and then bam, your whole life changes in that second. Forever. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice or live your life in pain. Let me give you some straight talk. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you, it's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. Over $1 billion in one case alone. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Spectrum Business called their competitors to see if any of them could beat Spectrum's Business Internet Plus phone offer for $69.98 per month with no added phone taxes or fees. Here are real quotes from the competition.
How are they pulling in no fees and taxes? That's madness.
I would 100% go with Spectrum.
Even the competition recommends Spectrum Business. Call 855-339-5344 and switch to Spectrum Business today.
Competitor quotes from actual phone conversations. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Make the most of your investments. Certified Financial Group. Call pound 250 keyword certified planner.
Take a break from the flame war. Your racist brother-in-law isn't going anywhere. Real Radio Orlando on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio. 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio. Real Radio.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Check us out online. You can find us at jimcolbertlive.com. All the stuff for the show there, podcast, all that fun stuff. And on top of that, you can check us out streaming every day. Give us a follow on our new YouTube channel. Just search The Jim Colbert Show. You'll find it. Just give it a like there. Subscribe. You can watch the show every day if there you'd like. We do it on Facebook and Twitch as well. 407-916-1041. We do have 4 lines open for last call. A little slow on last call today. 4 lines open. 407-916-1041. That's where you can get registered for the Summer of Stuff. 70-inch TV, PlayStation 5 bundle. And, of course, the MacBook Pro. That's all available. We do have 4 lines open for last call. That's a quick little line, a call back from the show. Make us laugh. Try to say something about the comedy show this week. Whatever the case may be. Just something funny. And make it memorable. And then we'll pick you for last call. 407-916-1041. 4 lines are open.
That means Beth dropped.
Yeah.
You played the guitar on the MTV.
She didn't have anything to say. Yeah, 40 years today. MTV started on this day 40 years ago in 1981.
And, of course, this is one of those iconic videos.
Yeah. Changed culture. I mean, you could definitely go back and see a number of things that did, but MTV definitely changed my childhood for sure. I mean, definitely. There's no other way to say it. I mean, it was just so massive in the 80s and early 90s. 80s was the heyday of it, though. The original VJ. Somebody was saying earlier that you can find all of the original VJs still do shows on Sirius.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe Martha Quinn does some with iHeart, I believe. But J.J. Jameson was J.J. was the first one.
Right,
and
yeah.
Alan Hunter, Martha Quinn.
Nina Blackwood,
and Mark Goodman.
Yeah, and I think most of them are still alive, right? Are all of them still alive?
I think J.J. died.
Yeah, I think J.J. passed as well. All right, yeah, we pretty loaded up there. But we do have 1 line still open for last call, just 1.
I remember when Eddie Murphy did a stint as a guest VJ.
Did you really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was promoting something, one of his movies, but he was on the set and he was making fun of all, because the set was pretty eclectic at one of the sets. And it's like, an empty bird cage was here, just a bunch of random stuff, and he kind of made fun of that.
We didn't get enough credit at the time, but it set so many standards. Your style was set by MTV. What you wore was set by MTV, because back before MTV, you just read about your favorite stars in magazines, like Circus Magazine for
Tiger Beat. What
Tiger
are you
Beat for the pop stars and stuff like that. But you had your metal magazines, you had your magazines like that, and that's the only place where you could see what somebody was wearing or what style or haircut they had. Man, when MTV hit, that was a floodgate of cultural changes and the way that people wore their hair, what was acceptable. It was just like Elvis. When Elvis got popular in the 50s, and he changed the way that kids rolled every day, what they wore, what they talked like, how they sounded, what they thought was cool. And then the 60s changed it from Elvis. And then MTV was the 80s. It changed it for us. And then the internet, Napster and stuff like that changed it in the 90s. I don't know what the change is now. Social media, maybe?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Social media for us, for this generation?
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. I wonder what it's going to be next. We always think that, God, how much different could it get, right?
I don't think they're going to have the communal thing like we did. I think MTV is the last time, really, you had one generation kind of paying attention to those things.
Yeah.
Now it moves from MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So in other words, whatever the old people jump onto, the kids jump off of and create something new to get away from the old people.
Because you know what happened? They created VH1 so they could continue playing videos, because they knew an older generation that grew up MTV wanted to still watch the videos, but the new younger generation wanted like reality
TRL,
stuff.
yeah.
TRL, MTV Rules. What's the famous one that got started?
Real World.
The Real World.
Yeah.
So all the video channels went to VH1,
yeah.
which was known at that point as the old person's MTV. And of course now they're not around either. Crazy. All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
We want to thank Brandon Kravitz, and we also want to thank Code Black IT for supplying our summer of stuff.
Absolutely. Big thanks to the guys out there in Leesburg, everybody
Yeah,
for showing up.
Patch.
And the Melon Patch Theater for doing a really good job hosting the tour, the final leg, which was a gigantic success. We'll re-tee that up soon.
And Sherilyn, someone who took a photo with Ross and I, who left a wonderful weekend at St. Pete Beach.
Also,
to see your show.
A special thank you to Debbie.
Yeah, I was about to say that very thing.
The jam queen. We got all these beautiful jams.
It was very nice of her, very sweet.
It was.
And they were very popular. By the way, I tried the peaches and the cherries, and they're wonderful. And for you guys who do a little cooking out there, and you have cherry preserves available, you can make a neat little savory sauce by reducing some chicken stock. And with some onions or shallots and garlic, and then throw in some of this cherry preserves, reduce that a little bit more, strain that off.
Bang.
Throw in 2 tablespoons of butter, and off you go. Perfect little sauce for like chicken or pork.
Oh, you had me at butter.
God, man, those preserves are so good. All right, let's get to some last call. What do you guys think? Tomorrow coming up is What'd You Do That's New. We'll go over my choice.
Yep.
I tasked you guys with listening to the Mark Maron interview of Eddie Murphy on his WTF podcast. We'll go over that. And then, Deb, of course, your choice is tomorrow. Jack, let's get an update on that Twitter account, buddy.
Are you vaccinated from COVID-19? Are you vaccinated?
We said we were going to do this like every 3 weeks or so, and you just kind of lost track once it started kind of dipping down. What's it say?
83% yes.
Wow.
Woohoo!
That's good, right? Did you expect it to be that high?
I did not.
I mean, that's so high, I really don't believe it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Florida Florida is under 50% for total vaccination.
Right, yeah.
So
just our listeners.
That our listeners are 83. I think that's a good sign. I was scrolling down to try and find one of the previous polls we did, but it's like a year ago, and that's a lot of scrolling.
Yeah. Ross, quickly, do you have a stand-up coming up anytime soon?
I do, actually. I'm going to be in Key West Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, nice.
So I'm doing
3 days
comedy.
in.
There's only one comedy club in Key West, and it's called Comedy Key West.
Right.
Shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you know anybody down in Key West.
Pants optional.
Cool.
Enjoy yourself, yeah.
I will not be sober.
Jimothy, last call.
Jim, do you want the Kanye West hat?
No, I don't want the Kanye West hat. He's doing another thing, though, buddy. About to hit you for another $100 sitting watching walk around on a white tarp. Good for him. Paul, last call.
Jim, why did the condom fly across the room?
I don't know.
It got pissed off.
Stay there for a terrible reason. Tom, last call.
The Celebrity MTV, you should watch it. And also, make sure you make the Jim Colbert steakums.
Oh, very good. That's right, Jim. The Jim Colbert steakums are good. Try that.
All right.
I don't have them out. I just gave you a simple recipe.
I forgot to eat them.
Johnny, last call.
Hey, Jim, I know you like cheap meals, so go get your 2 packs of Roman noodles and a pack of nuggets from Walmart. You put them together, you got yourself homemade chicken noodle soup there, buddy.
I like how aggressive you are about that.
know,
buddy. Let me tell you
exactly.
something, buddy. You'll have some damn soup.
He was really, really aggressive.
Beth, last call.
Hey, I just want to tell Jack, did you bring your broom when you're watching the Marlins and the Yankees?
Oh, my God. She just went there.
Oh.
Yes.
It's all good. The Yankees swept the Marlins.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. You got that right, Beth. Love it.
All right, Beth. Thank you very much. All right, who wins, guys? Give me a winner there.
Oh, for me, it was Beth.
Yeah, I know. But
I can't remember his name.
hey,
Mike?
we'll go with Jimothy up top. How's that?
Jimothy. There we go.
You're the winner,
Couldn't
buddy.
remember something, everybody.
Right,
Write that down.
top. You are registered. Ross will get all your information and get you registered for the summer of stuff. Tomorrow, more of your calls, more of your texts, and, of course, more fun topics to talk about. What you do that's new at 4 o'clock for sure. We'll go over my choice and then find out what animal video we have to watch from Deb.
Oh.
Is it going to be?
Oh, no, I'm going to go home and find you. Oh, yeah.
All right, on behalf of Deb.
Thank Jimmy, everyone.
On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning after us. It's Tom and Dan with the Colbert Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on the Jim Colbert Show. Until then,